Good morning, guys. Welcome to Glasgow Raiders Nation. We're live this morning as Rangers take on St Mirren. Another massive game for Rangers. Really is, guys. After the results yesterday, obviously Hearts slipping up 1-0 away at Kilmarnock, and Celtic been helped to a 3-1, helped to a victory over Motherwell. I mean, I've just got to say, I've watched some of the incidents from that game yesterday, and I've got to say, they're not even hiding it now. They genuinely are not even hiding the patterns of assistance. It's actually quite frightening. Two players should have been sent off. Motherwell denied an absolute stonewall penalty. It is actually very frightening to see. And guys, I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. Morning, Foxy, how you doing, buddy? Pure Loyalist also says in the live chat, no more room for mistakes. Has to be a convincing win today. It's over. We need these last 9 wins. Absolutely, buddy, we do. 100% need these last 9 wins. 9 out of 9, and Rangers should be champions, barring any sort of other weird endings to this season. It's all going to come down to this, isn't it? It's all going to come down to what happens in these last 9 games. But look, all we can do is win them. All we can do is hope that at the end of the day we can get this victory. That's all we can do. Keep on winning, and then see where we go from there. Please continue to get your thoughts in the build-up to this game, and also get your comments in throughout the game as well. We'll monitor the live chat here on the channel, as you drop comments throughout this morning's and this afternoon's game. Jackson Bow says, I haven't caught anything of the Motherwell game. Were the officials that bad against Motherwell? Mate, it was absolutely dreadful. The Oxlade-Chamberlain incident, the incident with Maida, genuinely, mate, it was pretty shocking indeed. Right, let's have a little look at the game. Let's have a look at today's game. Let's have a little look at the team news. Danny Rawler's made a few changes to the Rangers 11 for this afternoon's game. Butland in goal, obviously we knew that. Tavernier comes in at right back over Dujon Sterling. I honestly think that's massively harsh on Dujon Sterling. I think Dujon's done really well the last few games. He's been solid. He's played well at right back. He's much better defensively than James Tavernier. I think it is a very harsh one on him to be left out. I kind of get why. Maybe the reason for him not being in the team is around his fitness. That I get that. But to me, you've got to go with your strongest back four, and bringing in James Tavernier, whose defensive skills are very poor. Worrying reports this morning, guys. I read of James Tavernier getting a contract extension for next season. I think that would just be an absolute embarrassment if he gets another year. Jackson Bow says, I am not keen on that starting 11, but I get that Olsen isn't hitting the ground. Antman injured, so I get Gassama in. Is Sterling injured? No, he's on the bench, mate, so not injured at all. Greg Roberts says, here we go. Once again, Celtic get the look anyway. Come on, the Jers. Juicy Bear says Tav is better going forwards than Sterling. I disagree, Juicy Bear. I think Sterling has improved massively going forward. I just think it weakens the team with James Tavernier in there, especially as you've got Gassama in front of him. It makes us very defensively weak down that right-hand side. Centre-half pairing, Giga and Fernandez. I agree with that. Very solid. They were brilliant against Celtic. Really good. No reason to obviously bring back in John Souttar to that pairing. Especially as Souttar hasn't particularly played that well over the last few games and has looked a bit of a bomb scare, to be honest with you. Fernandez maturing nicely as well. Romenz at left back, not a surprise there. Romenz has been one of our best players over the last few months. Since he's come in January, he's been great. He has been absolutely great. So 100% agree with that one. I think the back four, 3 out of the 4 in the back four looks very good indeed. Blue Bells of Blue says, big mistake playing Gassman again. I'm sick of seeing this lad get a chance after chance. Agreed, buddy. I mean, especially as Ant-Man is on the bench. I would have gone with Ant-Man. I'm not a massive fan of Ant-Man, but Gassama is a waste of a jersey. Jackson Bow says, Barron on the bench. Great news, though. Yeah, absolutely. Starting off as Nibber to three games in a row. He does. I mean, look, Juicy Bear, I don't think he does. I think if he wasn't able to play, then why is he on the bench? If Tav was to be injured after the first 2 minutes, he'd have to come on and play 88. So there you go. Sterling not playing is a pity. He's good as long as he's not injured again. Agreed. If Ant-Man is fit, Gassama shouldn't be playing because Gassama is playing like someone who doesn't want to be here. Says Stuart Allison. I agree with that as well. Midfield obviously is Gassama wide right. Moore on the left, and Chukwueze and Raskin in the middle. Raskin is going to have to step up massively, guys, for me. Really going to have to step up hugely. He has been missing, really has been missing hugely over the last few weeks. And I think, like I said, if you contrast Raskin now with Raskin at the end of last season, how he was when Barry Ferguson was here, the difference has been incredible. Not the same player. So, yeah, we do need to see that. Glad to see Chukwueze in there. I like Chukwueze. Good player, solid as a rock. And two up top. I'm glad to see he's kept the two up top with Naderi and Chimiti as well. Bench today, Kelly, Magoma, Suter, Sterling, Barron. Great to see Connor back. Ant-Man, Skovolson, Asgard and Miovski. So you can say that, there is a fair bit of impact from that bench. Sterling, Ant-Man, Barron, Olsen, Miovski. So there is impact there from that bench that he can bring on if he needs to. Foxy Lad says, missed Barron, good to see him back. Absolutely, mate. He's a little tiger, isn't he? He's a little diamond in that midfield who does a great job. So, yeah, I'm really happy to see him back in there. Ant-Man has been injured, says Jackson Bone. This needs some sub-appearances to get the fitness up. I mean, yeah, true, but you start, you get fitness. Two up from good rate to see Barron on the bench, says Graham. What else have we got here? I'd even play Bayrami ahead of Gas Musama. Yeah, I agree. I would too. And I think I was listening to Club at 22 the other day, and they were saying the same sort of thing. I'd rather go with Bayrami over Gassama. He is really lost, and he's got a big game today to try and prove that he is worthy of a place in the team. He really does. He really does need to see that. Morning, Alan. How you doing, buddy? Is Dio injured? Yes, Dio is injured. Big Mac G Productions. Yeah, Dio is injured. He has a shoulder injury, so that's why he is out today. The the St Mirren team for today is as follows: George in goal, King, Gogic, Freckleton. I've got to say, Gogic is a player I like. I like his spirit. I like his fighting spirit. I'd be happy to see Gogic in a Rangers jersey, to be honest with you. I think he's a good player. Donnelly, Devaney, Ahara, the captain, dangerous player. Tanza, Phillips, Naludud, whatever that number 14 is called, can't say his name. Weird name. Absolutely. Kyle says, we need to stop talking up these teams. Tav will be in the dressing room giving a talk like we're playing Juventus. No respect for these teams and just run all over them. Absolutely. 100% agree, Kyle. Yeah, I mean, look, I've said this a number of times. Rangers need to... Yes, you can talk cup finals. Yes, you can talk... the whole situation around cup finals. You can talk about it being 9 cup finals. But as I said the other day, we shouldn't be looking at games like St Mirren, Dundee, Falkirk. No disrespect to those teams, but not as cup finals. They're not cup finals, not for Rangers. They're cup finals for St Mirren. They're cup finals for Dundee. They're cup finals for Falkirk against Rangers. Every team raises their game for Rangers. That in the Scottish League, we know that it happens. But I suppose you could argue that the whole cup final. I mean, you could argue that obviously the Old Firm is, because the Old Firm is always a massive game. You could argue the Hearts game is because they're top of the league. But certainly for me, you'd struggle to argue that St Mirren is. I just, we've got to put them back. And, I know, and like I said in the video yesterday, I know Walter had better players. I know Graham Souness had better players. I know Big Ek had better players. I know that Advocat had better players. But you could never imagine any of those guys talking about being worried about going to St Mirren or talking about a cup final against Dundee, can you? It just wouldn't happen. Wouldn't happen, would it? Jackson says, Roll must be thinking of wanting pace with Gassama and Moore on the wings, although both always cut inside. Lol. Yeah, I mean that's kind of like the thing in football these days, isn't it? The inverted wingers is the thing in football that everyone seems to love at this moment in time. Foxy Lad says, get those 9 fixtures, should be pinned up on the dressing room and get it drilled into that squad, win those games and you'll be champions. It's as simple as that. Nobody will remember losers, lads. Agreed, absolutely agreed, 100% with that one. Foxy Lad, yeah, win 9, you win the league. That's the way you've got to put it across. Rangers 4-0 says Sean. Sean then goes to say, I see the owner is there today. Yeah, Andrew Kavanagh is there today. Yeah, seen him in the crowd, seen him shaking hands with Rangers fans. He is in attendance. I think he will be in attendance at a lot of these games going into the end of the season, guys. Poll up and running, guys. Please obviously get your votes in the poll. At the moment, 18%, 17% of you saying St Mirren wins, 71% a Rangers win, and 11% are going the draw today. We also have a goal running as well, 10 super chats before the end of the afternoon. Of any value would be great. Thank you to support the channel. That'd be fantastic. And obviously, please keep your thoughts coming in. Scout Chris says, seems no one wants to win this league. Well, you know what, Scout Chris, you've got a point there, buddy. You really do. But the thing is, you know, it seems, I think the refs want Celtic to win the league. That seems to be the kind of the overwhelming feeling that going in through Scottish football at this moment in time. Certainly, you know, it does seem that is the case. You've only got to look at kind of at the way that game yesterday went. You really, really would. You know, you really, really would. Just, I don't know. It's incredible. It's incredible. Guys, get your thoughts coming in on this afternoon. He might be the best chairman in 20 years, says Sean. Let's hope so. Thank you. Let's hope so. I mean, let's hope he continues to back the manager and continues to obviously support the manager and put the money in. As long as that happens, obviously we can move forward as a club. Colin says, morning, Owen, the fellow Bears from Australia. No excuses today. Just get it done. Absolutely, Colin. Yeah. Scout Chris says Roll needs to sort fitness out pre-season. I think that's a big one. Obviously, yeah, fitness in pre-season is huge. You know, getting the team fit and ready to go. I think, you know, one thing you can always say about Steven Gerrard was that the team was fully match fit. It was always fit. It was never outrun in any single game that we played, was it? It was always, you know, good to go and good to fight and good to battle at all points under Gerrard, no matter what your criticism of Steven Gerrard was. You know, 1 trophy in 9, etc., etc. But his teams were always fit. And I think, you know, Gio Van Bronckhorst kind of benefited from Gerrard's fitness that first season when he wins the Scottish Cup. It was the fitness that Gerrard had built up in pre-season. So you're right, yeah, a good pre-season is imperative for this team. Jackson says, 90 minutes of Tav scares me. It scares everyone, mate. Was strange for Robinson to go to Aberdeen, especially just now. Would have thought more next season he'd go there, if anything. Yeah, I've got to say, I said on the video yesterday, didn't I? The timing was surprising. The timing was very surprising. You know, if you go back to kind of like when Aberdeen sacked Jimmy Thielen, if they were going to go for Robinson, you would have thought the time would have been then. But you know, Motherwell are still in the Scottish Cup. Obviously, they won the League Cup. Yes, they're down the bottom of the league and they'll be in the bottom half post-split. But so will Aberdeen. So yeah, I think this timing is odd on that one. We must win SPL over a terrible season, says Sean. Fair enough. Foxy is happy Mother's Day to all mums. Absolutely, Foxy. That's why I went back-to-back 180 minutes extra time. Look, I think this afternoon it's about intensity. It's about going at it from the first minute to the last minute. It's about putting in a 90-minute performance for Rangers this afternoon. It is absolutely vital that they do that. For me, absolutely vital. I mean, you look at that Rangers team. Time for a nice week, Glass. So you look at that team that is there, and you've got to say that it has enough. It has more than enough to get past St Mirren. It really does. It's not... This isn't a game that we should be concerned about going into this game, should we? This isn't a game that we should be worrying about getting over the line. You know, this is a game that we should be looking at easily winning. Easily winning. You know, get your predictions in, guys. I'd love to see what we're predicting this afternoon. I've got to say, I did go 2-1 in the build-up. That's what I went for on the video yesterday and the day before. 2-1 Rangers. That was my prediction. You know, I do have worries about us and our away form. It is a concern for me. Our away form. It's a big worry. You know, and the last 3 away games, obviously 0-0, 1-1, 2-2. Hibs, Motherwell, and Livingston. I mean, especially the Livingston one. Livingston one was a big one for me to go 2 down. Yes, to fight back to 2-2, but still, you know, not great, was it? Vamos, says Rodrigo de Veni, Real Madrid. Time for a nice glass, says Sean. Fair enough, buddy. Scout Chris says 1-1. Not confident today there. Rodrigo says 3-1 Rangers in the live chat. Yeah, guys, get your predictions in on scorelines too, please. Let me know where your thinking's at as regards the scoreline. Also, first goal scorer as well. Jackson Bow says, can never guess scores with this squad. They do whatever they want. Fair enough, buddy. Yeah. I suppose if I'd asked you pre-Livingston what the score would be, we probably would have all, gone for a very convincing Rangers win against the bottom of the league side. But to draw 2-2 away at Livy ain't great, is it? Foxy Lad, 3-0 Rangers today, mate. I would take that all day long. Any sort of victory where we're not worrying, panicking going into the last few minutes of the game, or where it's 1-1 and then it's a 90th minute bundle or a 91-minute bundle. I think was it Livy away this year where Aaron scores that goal to get us a 2-1. Anything to avoid those worrying situations for me. It's got to happen, and we've got to obviously get those points and get those wins. John McIver has come on the Rangers. Agreed, buddy. Absolutely. Lovely to see some it's great to see as well some new names in the live chat, some names we've not had before here, coming and contributing this afternoon to the experience, and contributing to the dialogue as well. And I'll try and keep on top of your comment. It's not as easy, obviously, once the game is underway. We are up to 8,402 subscribers here on the channel, so please obviously continue to support the channel. We are aiming to try and get as close to 9,000 subscribers by the end of the year. But obviously, please keep your subs coming in. Alexander says, would like Ant-Man to get fit on the right wing. I think he's got something to offer. Shame that after the Killy game, never seen him since because of injury. Yeah, I mean, look, he did a great job in Holland, didn't he? He played very, very well in Holland. He was a very good player out in Holland, and I don't know. You've got to look at it in terms of, he was a player who they were very sad to leave, and I think a lot of people commented that Rangers had mugged his Go Ahead Eagles or whoever he was signed from, and that deal was the deal that we did. The money that we paid for him was perhaps not kind of level to his value. So yeah, I get that, and I hope that he can come in and make a big difference. Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely, buddy. So yeah, I'd love to see him get fit. Look, one thing, and I'm always going to talk about this. It's one of my favourite things to talk about. Finlay Curtis was absolutely brilliant yesterday. Absolutely brilliant yesterday for Killy. If you haven't had a chance to see some of his highlights from yesterday's game, and get a chance to see them, he was fantastic. He was direct. He was aggressive. He took Hearts players on. He beat them. He left them for dead. He was unlucky not to score a couple of goals. He looks a great player, man. He really does. And I hope that when he comes back next season that he gets a fair crack of the whip in this starting 11, because I'll be honest with you, I would start him on the right today if we had him. He's a better player than Gassama. He's a better player than Scott Olsen. He's a better player than all of those guys. He really, really is. He's one of my one of my top players. What else have we got in the comments at the moment? Scout Chris says, do get the feeling wagons are beginning to circle on Roll. I mean, in terms of the pressure coming on to Roll, Scout, I think you're right, buddy, because look, we've had those draws away from home and drop points. We've had those games against the two games against Celtic, where we've played very poor Celtic teams, yet not been able to kind of come out of it. And it's worrying, isn't it? It is concerning. We should have won those two games, and I think because we haven't been able to get over the line in those two games, then it's kind of really ramped up the pressure on Danny Rule. So yeah, I agree, buddy, on that one. I'm going for 3-1 Rangers, says Graham. Fair enough, buddy. We are People Hunter says, why is there so much hate for Gassama? He's young and still learning. I think it's hate. I think it's criticism of the way he plays. He just looks lazy at times. That he doesn't look like he wants to be there. And there's times when, as well, I don't know if you noticed, he'll beat a guy, and then he'll stop, wait for the guy to catch back up with him, and then try and beat him again. And he needs to be more decisive in his decision making. Scout Chris says, bad feeling. Come October, we will be back to our new yearly tradition of changing manager. Let's hope not, Scout Chris. Let's hope we can get a manager and keep him. Jackson Bow says, pundits, etc., saying Curtis was unplayable at times yesterday. Left wing he played, which is his preferred position, I understand. Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. He's a great player. And I really hope that he comes back and starts. I would start him on the right as well. Curtis says Alexander Cameron. 5-0 Rangers, says Robert Rankin. Love that. 2-1 or 0-2, says Ken the Elliott. Gray Robert says, agree, 100%. Curtis could be playing every game. He's got everything we are missing. Jackson Bowe says, Gerrard had the pressure he was facing, calls for the sack in the second season. I think Rule has shown enough continued. Yeah, look, I think he is. I think the thing with Danny Rule, is that if you think about where he's taken this team from, where we were under Russell Martin, how we were playing, how bad things were under Russell Martin, to now, and the improvement, the style, the shape, the identity is coming through, then for me, it's a big one. You know, I think he has made big steps forward. Curtis is the best place getting game time he needs to scout. Chris, he is. He wouldn't be getting that game time at Rangers. Even I know that and recognise that at this point, guys. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Look, any sort of win this afternoon will be good enough. Any sort of win just to get us over the line. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I would take 9 boring 1-0 wins between now and the end of the season. I really, really would. I don't care about. I don't really care if we don't, put on amazing performances and play incredible football. As long as we get 9 wins. As long as we get 9 wins, that's all we need to do. That's all we have to do between now and the end of the season. 9 1-0s will be good enough for me. Between now and the end of the season. That's what we want. That's what we need to do between now and the end of the season, guys. So, look, like I said, 27 points is the marker. I've got to say, I do feel that 8 could be enough. I think teams will take points off each other in this run-in. I do think that will happen. I don't think it will be a straightforward, we have to win 9, because if we don't win 9, Celtic will win 9. I don't think that is going to be the case. I do genuinely believe that we will have a situation where 9 should be enough. What else have we got? SNP Goomplin says, good to see Barron back on the bench. Absolutely. Could be brilliant. It's like a new signing, 100%. Thoughts on Butland saying he wants to stay on. I think we need a more well-rounded keeper next season, but it's maybe not a priority. Yeah, I mean, look, I think Bluebells, if it ends up with Butland staying and staying on between 2027, then fair enough, because there are so many other needs in this team. We need another centre-back, we need another right-back, we need another 6, we need 2 strikers. If you can get by with a serviceable keeper and then spend the money on others, then I think that's better. Raw, to be fair, it's because he don't really have a sub bench, because it's like where the improvement from the starting 11 think against Killy was the only time we say the bench was working. Fair enough, Alexander. Yeah, I'd rather a player saying he was here for the fight than once away, says SPN Loops. And that's one thing I think you can say about Jack. Jack did come out and basically say he's here for the fight, he's here for the battle. That's what he was saying yesterday. He showed leadership yesterday, something that's been lacking big time. I'm wondering where Bayrami is. He's been okay where he's came. I don't know. Perhaps he's just been left out of the squad. I don't know. George Thompson says 2-0 Rangers. We'll take that all day long, buddy. That would be a good result if we can get it today. Teams are in the tunnel, guys. Teams are in the tunnel. So let's see what happens once they get out. Once this game gets underway, hopefully a fast start by Rangers. No indecisiveness, no messing around with the ball. It's got to be a decisive start by the boys. Really does. Have to be. Teams are coming out. Rangers will be in all orange this afternoon. Here for the battle, maybe up for the battle. I disagree with him. Yeah, look, as I said on the video this morning, Bluebells, I think we're scarred by the past. We're scarred by the past. We're scarred by what has happened in the past. That whenever we've needed to win, whenever the pressure has been on, we've kind of dropped away, haven't we? And we've kind of all fallen away. So yeah, I get what you're saying, buddy. I get what you're saying on that one. 100% on that one. 4-0 Rangers, says Zach Blair. Absolutely, I'd take that, buddy. 4-0, would take that all day long. Shamal George in goal for them this afternoon. They've got a back 3 of King, Gogic and Freckleton. I've got to say, I like Gogic. Midfield 5 for them today. Richardson, Devaney, Donnelly, O'Hara and Tanza is their 5. And they've got then, I think it's two up top with Killian Phillips and Dan Nuludulu. I don't know, Nulundadulu, whatever he's called. Anyway, we'll call him Dan. So they're going for a 3-5-2 today, very solid defensively. Scout Chris says Clement has outside chance of the playoffs. What a job he's doing. Yeah, he has. He's done a great job since going to Norwich. I must say, I always look out for his results on a Saturday. EFL Championship big in this house at the moment. Living with Cov fans. Rangers down as a 4-4-2. Although I do think that Gassama and Moore. I mean, Gassama may stay out wide, I think, but I think Moore will go on the wander. Alexander Cameron says, I can't see us getting more if Spurs get relegated. He'd be good for them in the Championship. I agree, buddy. I think if Spurs do go down, then they will want him in their Championship squad. They really will. I just genuinely cannot see them selling to us if that is the case, because he would be the perfect player to get them straight back up again. And, they're going to lose a lot of players if they go down. They're going to lose the likes of Bergvall and Kulusevski, etc., etc. They're probably going to lose today. They've got Liverpool at Anfield today, so again they're probably going to lose, I would say. They are currently still they're fifth off bottom, Spurs. Forest have got a game. Forest have obviously got to play the same number of games. If Forest were to win today, get a 31, obviously it would drop West Ham back into the relegation zone, but Tottenham would only be out of the relegation zone on goal difference. Their goal difference is superior, so there we go. Like I said, 1-0 is better than a draw or loss. Agreed. Scout Chrissy does well under pressure, I think. Talk about Clement, I think there. Can't see us getting absolutely. I think it will be tough to get to him. St Mirren will get us underway, guys, this afternoon. We are fast approaching kickoff time. Let's go, says Stuart Henderson. Welcome in, Stuart. Good to see you, buddy. Hi, Owen. Hi, Gail. Come on, the Jers. Absolutely. 100%. Let's get this win from the Simmerset Stadium, as it is named. The St Mirren Stadium, the Simmerset Stadium. The Jim Gillespie derby this afternoon. Obviously, we took their chief exec off them. The Jim Gillespie derby. Obviously, St Mirren still in the cup, winners of the League Cup. Having a good season in the cup, not so much in the league. Clement has won league titles. That's pressure. Relegation battles are pressure, says Scout Chris. Hi, Owen all. Let's go, says Grant Willis. Hi, Grant. And St Mirren underway. And they're on the attack straight away here. Chukwueze across the cover. Good play. Ramens forward. Chimiti lays it off. I think it's a free kick to Rangers, though, judging by the way it's kind of like professional cynicist. I don't know. Mon the Teddy Bears, absolutely. Emmanuel Fernandez lays it out to Tavernier at right back. Tavernier head up, forward ball, looking for the run, obviously of Moore there. Header away. Chukwueze goes and challenges. Good ball there. Good layoff. Ball breaks down. Gassama goes, doesn't get there, and St Mirren will clear it long. Good cover by Giga on his bike straight away. Turns it away. No nonsense. Safety first. Throwing St Mirren. Good safety first defending from Nasser Giga in his all orange. No leggings there. Although Tav appears to be wearing orange tights as well as Gassama today, which is quite worrying. Unless there was just his socks pulled all the way up. St Mirren trying to keep the ball in, swinging into the box. Nice easy one for Butland early on. Good to get an early touch of the ball for the Rangers keeper. Balls it out, and here comes Emmanuel Fernandez. Very good at carrying the ball through the thirds. Pulls it square though to Giga. Giga to Tavernier. Tavernier, not the best first touch, but controls it, pushes it down the line off the St Mirren player. It's a throw in to Rangers on the right hand side. 1:18 gone. Forward it goes. Good battling there by Moore. Dairy, sorry. Chukwueze switching the play. Toramen's forced back by that ball, though. Wasn't the most progressive of balls. There we go. Chukwueze, lovely ball around the corner to Tavernier. Tavernier has to get his head up and move this a little bit quicker. Chipped ball over the top. Looking for the run of Mikey Moore. Moore. Good play by Moore. Still going Mikey Moore, but tackled by the St Mirren defender there. I fear the worst, Troop, says Daniel. Let's not worry too much at this stage yet. It's still ongoing, obviously. Ball broken down well. Mikey Moore picks it up, lays it in. Chimiti down the left-hand side towards the edge of the area. Drives into the box. Pulls it back. Corner kick, Rangers. Good tackle by Gogic, the battler at the back for St Mirren. Like Gogic. Right battler is Gogic, isn't he? Rangers are second in the league with goals scored from corners this season. That's good news. Let's hope we can continue that this afternoon. Perhaps get ourselves up to first. I think Harter first, from my memory serves me correctly. Fernandez, the goal machine, is up. Obviously 6 goals this season from Fernandez since he's come into the team. And he hasn't played all the games, remember, so that's a pretty decent record. Anyway, Tavernier with this set piece from the left, in-swinger with the right foot. Big loop on it. Up in the air, headed away. Naderi wins it now, turns. Battling on the right-hand side, swings the cross into the box. Header away by St Mirren again. Chukwuani goes in, now Moore. Ball breaks down, Fernandez lays it back. Tavernier picks it up, chips it into the box. Raskan breaks off Raskan, and Motherwell up and under to clear. Six Nations have been proud of that up and under there. Obviously, Scotland yesterday, unfortunately, missing out on the Six Nations, guys. England losing in the last minute to France, handing France the title. Could do worse than have Gogic as a backup. Absolutely, Scout Chris. He would be a decent backup. He's a battler, isn't he? Good covering from Giga. Good play by Giga to turn away from his man to Chukwuani. Chukwuani moves it now. Fernandez back to Chukwuani. Good football through the thirds from Rangers. Good tackle, though, by the St Mirren lad, but it breaks down again, and Rangers have it with Remens. Swings it to Raskan. Raskan moves it quickly this time. Naderi now on the run. Forward. Evening, Grandy. Where are you watching, mate? Naderi into the box. Low ball across. No one attacking it. Turned behind by St Mirren, but a lovely ball driven across the edge of the box. And nobody attacks that ball. Nobody attacks it. Naderi, lovely cross. If Chimiti busts a bit more of a gut to get in there, he's got a tap in. Corner Rangers again. Second corner. Dan Tavernier on the left-hand side with the right-footed in-swinger now. Naderi looking for his first goal in the league this season. Obviously 2 in the cup against Queen's Park. Can he add another couple? Here we go, another corner. 4 minutes, be a great time to score. Ball comes into the box. Away. Mikey Moore now. Good play by Mikey Moore, but then he loses the ball. St Mirren player comes in. Hell of a tackle. Ball straight up from Richardson's tackle, straight into the stand. Throw in Rangers. 5 coming up for 5 gone. 0-0. Tavernier with the throw in. He's on the left hand side. Obviously, perhaps looking for the longer ball in. Long throw in. No one jumps for it. Someone head it away and flick it away. No challenging there from Rangers. That was a little bit disappointing. Tavernier. It's now back with Chukwuani. Chukwuani controlling the game a little bit. Out to Tavernier. Swings the ball into the box. Header comes in from who was that? Was that Chimiti or was that Fernandez who was up there? And it's another corner to Rangers. Third corner. Lovely ball in. I think it's Fernandez who's still up there from the corner attacking that ball. Wow, Fernandez playing up front. Tavernier goes out to take another corner. Mikey Moore goes over there, offer the short option. Let's see what happens. Are we going to go for a short? We're going to go for a lovely ball in. I don't know. Hara watching the short. Davini over there as well. It's going to be a short, yeah, to Moore. Moore back to Tavernier. Tavernier swings it in. Away by Gogic. And now Motherwell have a chance to break. But cover is coming. Giga, absolutely brilliant play there by Gassama, actually getting back, winning the ball, shoulder-to-shoulder challenge to win that ball. Stuart Henderson should we be playing every game like a cup final, or would be blowout of steam? Possibly would do, mate. If we go at it, like that. Tavernier back to Butland. Tavernier. We've got Fernandez, brings it out from the back, chip ball forward. It's going to go straight over the top. Torremens onto this very quickly, swings it into the box. Lovely ball up, holds up in the wind. Raskin flicks it out to Gassama. Oh my God. What was that? That was Sunday League from Gassama. Goes to hit it with the outside of his right boot, but absolutely skews it just so wide of the target. I mean, that was Sunday League football, that was. I mean, I don't know what that was. Honestly, that was Sunday League. Dougie Allison says, after that result last night, only 3 points will do. No more passing about. We have a chance now. Absolutely. Obviously, in reference to Kilmarnock's victory over Hearts. It's Shamal George now with the goal kick for St Mirren. Long kick down the right. St Mirren player wins it in the middle. A bit free there. Chukwuani tries to get in, can't. Ball forward. Holds up in the wind again, and Butland will have this ball back. Rolls it out to Giga to get this attack back underway. 7:50 gone in this first half. Butland, long ball. Header away. It's going to be a throw into Rangers' left side. Decent start by Rangers so far. Decent start. Some early pressure and create a few corners. No shots on target as of yet, of course, but a decent enough start. Stuart says, if we win today, we are only 3 points off Hearts, I think. It's something like that, yeah, buddy. Something like that. I'll have a quick look. Into the bot down the left-hand side. The Dairy shows to get it. Can't win it. And it's going to be a throw-in to Motherwell, to St Mirren. Okay, SPL League. Yeah, if we win today, we go to 61, just two behind them, buddy, I think. Oh, no, we do go. Yeah, sorry, my fault. Yeah, it would be 60 points. Would be 60 points. Yeah, 60 points if we obviously keep that on. Right. Ball forward. Here's more. Can't get it past the right back and it breaks down. What else we got? Dougie Allison says, why does he play this Muppet Gassama? Did he not learn last week the guy is useless? I mean, that was Sunday League. I mean, it's the sort of thing you see. It was a beautiful layoff by Raskin, and then you kind of, the shot that Gassama puts in is the sort you'd see down the park on a Sunday. You know, if you're walking your dog or taking the kids to the park on a Sunday and the Sunday League, Sunday park games going on, it was that kind of calibre of shot by Stuart, by old JD Gassama there, but it really was. Here we go. Anyway, look, we're still obviously nearly for 10 minutes in this half. No early goal as of yet. Would have liked to get a nice early goal to settle us down in this game. Header away by St Mirren, and it's out for a throw in left side to Rangers. And here we go. That all fans want to win every game. Club Bruges expects to win every game. Ant-Man would be better than Gassama, says Grant Willis. Ah, mate. I mean, I'm not being funny. I think I'd be better than Gassama. Ball breaks down. Tavernier. Chukwuani turns it on. Back to Chukwuani again. Chukwuani always looks big and physical and strong, doesn't he? He's a good lad, Chukwuani. I like him. Remens, another player who I think is really come in and settled well. The new signings have all done quite well that have come in, actually. I think Skarholson has struggled, but yeah, I think, you know, Chukwuani and Remens in particular have done fantastic since they've come in. Good football by Rangers here. Tavernier, long ball forward. Way by Freckleton, down. And Gassama's shot is deflected wide for a corner kick. Do you think we have any problems with fitness as Scots Viking? We always seem to run out of gas in the second half and we don't have the quality on the bench. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things we talked about at the start, Scots Viking. I don't accept that perhaps Russell Martin put us in the best place pre-season fitness-wise. I think if you go back, like I said, to Gerrard's time, one of the things you could always say about Gerrard team was they were physically fit and they were able to run the 90 minutes and not give up, whereas yeah, I think this team do lack fitness. I think they do lack the ability to go beyond, say, 60, 70 minutes. You know, definitely, mate. I definitely agree with you on that one. Anyway, Remens with this corner. Going to be an in-swinger from the right with the left foot in the wind. Naderi goes to attack. Ball in. Header down. Shot by Naderi. Saved on the line by George. Stephen McLean not giving anything. Claim for a handball. I think it's under a VAR check or not. Good tackle there by Fernandez, throwing St Mirren right. VAR saying no. I mean, it hits Gokic's hand. That would have been harsh had that been given. So yeah, I agree. That's not a penalty in the slightest. Anyway, here we go again. St Mirren on the attacker. They hold the ball at the back. Got to go press Gassama. Goes left side. Down the line. Good covering by Giga. Giga started the game very, very well. Looking pacey and strong. Long ball forward by him. Chimiti, good control. Brings down. Gassama loses the ball again. And St Mirren will have it back in the centre circle. Feeds it right-hand side. Ball laid forward by St Mirren down the right-hand side. Remens is out of position. He's got to work to get back. Laid inside. Remens does get back. Good tackle by Remens. Then loses out off the Rangers player. St Mirren corner kick. Ramens did well to get back and then didn't follow through on it. Disco Beaver says that should have been buried there, but meekly straight into the keeper. Yeah, that Naderi shot was very meek and mild. Yeah, I agree, buddy. Here we go. Corner kick to St Mirren. Tanza with it from the right-hand side. Naderi on the line, marking up. You know, these corners these days, it's a free-for-all, isn't it? Push, shove, push, shove, push, shove. I do too, Stuart. I think Ramens is a good player. Ball swung in from the left-hand side. Header away by Giga. Header up in the air. Shot. Blocked. Then a foul on... Who is that rolling around? Was it Chimiti that was caught? Yeah, it was Chimiti that was caught. Chimiti brings the ball away and gets kicked on the shin and then has a bit of a roll around just to prove it. You haven't said Chimiti once. Oof. Yeah, he hasn't really done anything, mate. He's just get fouled. I think that's the first thing he's done in the game, is get fouled. Ramens is one handsome Rangers player, says Foxy Lad. Nil, though. Finally. Yeah, absolutely. Tavernier. Chukwani. Goes back to Butland. Butland sends Fernandez away. Fernandez then picks the ball up just inside his own area. We'll have to go back, will he? No, to Chukwani. Goes back to Butland again. Don't like his dangerous playing around the back. Butland left-footed long. Mikey Moore can't get there. Naderi can't get there. Gogic can. Gogic goes again. And Gogic takes out his own player. Gogic is proper, man. He's just like, seriously, I'm going to win this. And I'm going to take out my own player as well. He's a proper man, he is. Scary dude. Scary dude. Scout Chris, I know loads of Bruges fans, mate. It's not the same pressure over there is to win. He is comfortably handsome and I'm straight, says Gorguts for Congress. Yeah, Gogic is a proper like psycho, isn't he? He's a proper gets stuck into absolutely everything. Took out his own player and all there with that one. Absolutely scary, man. Scary, scary. But St Mirren currently sit 10th. Their run of form hasn't been great coming into this game. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. 1 draw. Now, perhaps I'd raise a few questions over the whole situation around, you know, taking Stephen Robinson. I mean, like I said, I do like Stephen Robinson as a coach. I think he's a good coach. But yeah, you got to kind of wonder to some degree where Aberdeen's thoughts are. He's not having the best of seasons, is he? Anyway, look, we are up to 16 gone in this game, still 0-0. St Mirren player down, getting some treatment. Stats to this point, guys. Your stats: 68% possession to Rangers, 32 to St Mirren. 5 shots by Rangers, 1 on target in that time. St Mirren yet to have a shot or a shot on target. This time, St Mirren, the goalkeeper's made 1 save. We've won 6 aerial duels to their 2. They've committed 2 fouls. We're yet to commit a foul. We've had 4 corners to their 1. That is a few stats for you. Thanks to the BBC for those stats. He's so good, man, says Stuart Henderson in reference to Gogic. Lol, we need him. Get Gogic, man. Yeah, he's a psycho, isn't he? Doesn't even worry about taking out his own players. Gogic getting a bit of treatment as well. He's just down on one knee, whereas the Richardson is properly like looking groggy and all over the place at the moment. From that head by Gogic, he's just been headed by his own man. He heads down the tunnel. And Jaden Richardson has come off and Alan Campbell is coming on for St Mirren. So not only has Gogic beaten one of our players to a header, he's then taken out one of his own players, and his own players end up having to be taken off the pitch. We need to get more pace in the game. We do, Grant. I think pace is something we do seem to lack. So yeah, we do need a few more pacier players in the forward positions. I mean, neither Naderi nor Chimiti are particularly quick, are they? That's one thing you could say about both of them. Neither of them are particularly fast footballers. There's going to be a lot of time to add at the end of this first half. By logic, that means Muscat, McInnes have never managed under pressure. Yeah, I mean, look, the debate that is going on over Philippe Clement, I think, in the live chat. That's what the debates, I think, are on that. They won 2-0 against Preston yesterday, didn't they? A good result for them. I mean, where are they in the league now? Let's have a look. They're to 12th now. They're what? They're only 9 points off the playoff places, considering they were at one point in threat of relegation. Stuart Henderson says his mentality is in winning that ball even versus his own players. Absolutely no nonsense from him. Header by Naderi, away by Gogic again. Offside and a free kick to Rangers there. It was that Nulundulu who was offside. Schmitty can't control it and it breaks down again. Remens brings up there. Remens comes, gets the ball and will swing this ball into the box. The Dairy jumps, flicks the header, but straight into Shamal George. Nice, easy for Shamal George there from that header from Ryan Naderi. I don't know, what's your thoughts on Ryan Naderi, guys? I've got to say, jury's out a little bit for me on him. I think he's a young player who still needs to develop and improve. I don't think I'm not ready to write him off by any stretch of the imagination, but he looks, I don't know, like he's lacking that killer instinct to me. Schmitty gets it now. Mikey Moore goes left side. Remens now coming down the left hand side. Lays off to Mikey Moore again. Mikey Moore shifts it back to Chukwani. Giga. Tavernier. It's gone backwards a little bit here rather than forwards. Tavernier, back it goes to Giga. Back in our own half now, guys. Tavernier. Down the line. No, off the St Mirren player, throw in. Tavernier. Raskin, Tavernier. Tavernier, back it goes. And Butland has it again. I like him, rough around the edges, but he gets into right areas if you watch him. Yeah, I think he is. I think you're right, Scott Viking. I think I think in time he'll become a player, but it's going to take time to develop him, improve him. And hopefully, Danny Rule and his coaching staff can give him the coaching that he needs to do that. Hopefully, that is the way going forward. And I agree. He is rough around the edges. I think he has come obviously from the German third division. It's not like he's come from a Bundesliga side. He's not like we've signed him from Werder Bremen or from Hamburg or from Munich or Dortmund or someone like that. Foul there by Naderi. Free kick St Mirren right side. Sent forward. Ball won. Nobody wants it in the midfield, but Hara gets it and lays it wide left hand side. Here comes St Mirren down the left. Then they come back to the middle. St Mirren seem to be very happy with this 0-0. 20 minutes on the clock. Happy to keep it tight. Happy to not do a lot with it at this point in time. That seems to be how they're playing. Driven past the right hand side now. Phillips on the ball for St Mirren. Lays it wide right again. Good tackle there by Chukwani. Chukwani is in the middle to Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore comes off the wing. Goes on a little dribble now. He's got 4 round him. He's gone past 3 of them. Raskin then switches it to the right hand side. Tavernier coming forward down the right hand side. Where's the runner ahead of him? Ball swung into the box to nobody in particular. Over everyone's head and out wide left hand side. Romans off his man. Corner kick to Rangers. Poor delivery from Tavernier there, but a corner from Rangers out of that one. Foxy Lad says Romans will be our captain one day. I mean, that's an interesting shout, buddy. An interesting shout. Rodrigo Deverne, Real Madrid says, no offence, but the Belgian league isn't exactly hard to win. The debate over the Belgian league continues. SPL hardly prime La Liga, one-team league. Muscat 14% in Belgium. I think unless you manage Anderlecht, Club Brugge, Genk, or one of those teams, or Union, Saint-Gilloise, yeah, it's a pretty easy league to win, actually. Jers will walk this after the first goal, says Jai Jai. Bye. Tavernier, corner. Straight onto the roof of the net. There's definitely a wind on them influencing it. Yeah. Danny Rule takes a big sip of water already. Well, I presume that's water and not vodka. See Connor Barron sat behind him. We'll see Connor Barron this afternoon. Must be cold this afternoon. Danny's got his big parka coat on, all zipped up to the top. Definitely a strong win this afternoon influencing this game. You can see it on the players' shirts and you can see it from those set pieces, the way the ball swings it in. Long ball, header by Raskin, away. Header by Chukwani. Remens flicks it away. Flicked on. Chimiti. Poor layoff by Chimiti there. And Gogic. Bit of a mistake from Gogic. And cleared away by the St Mirren defender, Freckleton. It is a throw in to Rangers on the left side. We need to get the first goal, says Stevie. Agreed. Laid back now. Giga on halfway. Brings it forward. Tavernier. Fernandez. It's all on the bench. Lineup card is on the right hand side of the screen or left hand side of the screen, depending on how you want to say it. The Dairy loses it for Freckleton. It is back now with Ahara and laid back to Gogic. Thank you, JJ. 3-1 Jers 3-1 today. That's a super chat from Jai. Get our first of our 10 this afternoon. £2. Thank you very much for your donation. Gio Marsh says Tav's corners are terrible. Yeah, they aren't great at the moment, are they? So glad Barron is on the bench. We've missed him badly. Could have done with him last week. Absolutely. I think he would have been perfect for that Old Firm game. Push forward down the right-hand side. St Mirren player goes, and then he's flagged for offside. But about 6 months after he touches the ball. Weird. Scott's Viking says, Chimiti, you can see a player there, but I just don't think he's suited to the Scottish game at all. Yeah, you can see that he can turn it on in the big games against the Celtics, the Hearts, in the European games to some extent, but he just can't do it, can he? In some of these smaller games against these smaller teams. Obviously, hopefully he proves me wrong. Good afternoon, Derek. How you doing, buddy? Off the ref there, but Chukwani picks up the things. Remens. Mikey Moore loses the ball. Mikey Moore has not been as effective today. He's having one of his slightly off days today, I think. Which happens with young players. I've said it a number of times. One of the things you've got with young players is they can look brilliant on occasions, and on other occasions can look just lost. Raskin and Chukwani just doesn't work, says RRM. I think they're very similar players, RRM. You're right on that one. They're very similar players. Seems our tactics are to get the ball out wide, cross from deep when no one is in the box, and put it out for a goal kick. Yeah, interesting call, mate. Interesting call, that one. I mean, we did seem to be stuck in that for a long time, didn't we? Those whipping the balls in from the wide out positions. I think, to be honest with you, in terms of the midfield, we need, I think, a bit of a midfield overhaul. I think we do need a 6 in there, and perhaps then give Chukwani a bit more licence to get forward. Maybe that is what we're looking at. Maybe neither Raskin nor Chukwani are 6s, and they're both trying to do a similar job. I don't know. Maybe that's what we're looking for. Pushed forward. Straight into touch. Gassama's just a waste of a jersey, says Stevie. Got to agree on that one. They are and try to play in the same place. Yeah, they do. I think that they're very similar players, and I think you've always got that concern that there's like I said, I think there's no real 6 in this team. You know, Raskin is not a 6. Chukwani's not a 6. Barron is the closest I think we've got to a 6, but I wouldn't say he's even an out-and-out 6. I don't think we have a 6. Yeah, I think you're right, mate. I think Barron can play as the 6, but I still don't think Barron's position is 6. Moore has been working his arse off for weeks. He looks a bit excited today. More haste, less speed by looks of him. Yeah, he is making the odd mistake, silly mistake. Agreed. Raskan goes in on that one. Defender control. Is it going to go in? Oh, Nadiri off the line. That was just an absolute defensive mix-up at the back. Romens. Moore. I don't know what the hell happened there. I was kind of distracted by that conversation about Barron to some degree there. Here's Mikey Moore. Flicks it off to Chukwani. Back it goes to Giga. Fernandez. Here is Gassama. Out wide. Does anyone else think Raskin's attitude has been awful for weeks? He hasn't been at it for weeks, has he? That's one thing I will say. I think Rangers would do well to appoint a new captain and establish them before the end of the season, says Derek Reed. I mean, that's a shout, but it may be that we haven't got the captain of the club yet, Derek, I suppose is the only thing. With Raskin likely to leave, Suter's not really a guaranteed starter anymore. You don't know who you would say is. Here's Gassama on the run down the middle. Yeah, I agree, RM. Yeah, he is till we get a 6, yeah. He's about the best we can... Like I said, he is the kind of the best fit for that 6, isn't he? Anyway, back underway here. It's Motherwell send the ball away. St Mirren, sorry. Keep saying Motherwell this afternoon. St Mirren send the ball long. Giga covers and it's back. I played Diamonde before asking, says RRM. It's a shout. It's a shout. Forward by Fernandez. Header away by St Mirren again. Thank you, Graham. £5. You're always welcome. Thank you so much for that. Very generous super chat, mate. Second of our 10. Into the box, poor ball, straight to Butland. Nice and easy. Have that all afternoon, guys. Bowled out, Tavernier, right-hand side. Goes forward. Gassama stopped, held up and lays it back to Tavernier. Inside to Raskin. Raskin held up again. To Giga. Giga goes back. Forward now, it goes. Into Ramens. It does, mate. Thank you, Graham. It does certainly help out. Thank you, buddy. Let's pump the like button for the big man. Thank you, Derek. Out wide right. Here comes St Mirren forward now. And a ball laid through. Nobody runs after it. And it goes straight through to Butland. Take that all day long as well. It's got a bit scrappy in this sort of middle period of this game towards the end of this first half. You know, mid to late half, it's gone very, very scrappy. It is on with Giga now. Giga walking pace. Stop walking. Energy. We've got to put some energy into this. This walking football is for OAPs. Tavernier. Gassama. Switches inside. Lays off to Chukwani. Chukwani goes back to Tavernier again. It's all gone sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards. It's not progressive. It's not aggressive. And it's letting St Mirren sit in and press when they want to and drop when they want to. No, there isn't JJ. There's no play in the midfield at all. But Butland, risky ball out. Tav gets it though. Tav comes inside, lays it off. Get a draw, writing all over it, says Scout Chris. Poor ball there, but foul on Raskin as he played it, and it's a free kick. Stevie says sideways and backwards. Yeah, that's what I was saying, mate. Sideways and backwards, everywhere we go. Half an hour gone. It's Rangers, that's what it is. I mean, that was just poor. Poor. Anyway, here's Tavernier now, coming forward. Again, very slow pace to this. Bit of movement up the front, pumps it forward. Poor ball, headed away by St Mirren. Drops to Gassama now. Gassama switches it wide right to Raskin. Raskin on the wide out. Raskin, left-footed, in-swinging ball in. Back post, chance, goal! Come on! It's Touramens with the goal. Gives Rangers the lead. Lovely ball by Raskin. Ramens sneaks in at the back post. Come on! 1-0, half an hour gone. Yes, says Rodrigo. Yeah, absolutely yes. One 0 to Rangers. Brilliant ball by Raskin off the right foot, left foot, lovely swinging ball in. Ramens onside, comes in, finishes it off. Lovely finish by Touramens. Good to see Ramens get a goal. Good to see Raskin with the assist. And it's 1-0 to our boys. Good finish by Ramens, sneaking in that back post. And then you've got that goal there by Touramens from a beautiful ball in there by your man. Raskin there. Raskin with an assist. Raskin does something. Finally in a Rangers shirt over the last few weeks. And we're 1-0 up. I mean, I don't know why they're checking this, because he was miles onside. You can see from the ball in, he's level. Told I would play Raskin every week, says RM. Yeah, it works again, mate. Someone slags Raskin off and he does something good. That's Touramens' first goal for Rangers. His first goal for the boys. Danny Rowley is not happy still, though. He's going, get up! Get up! Danny Rule urging his team forward rather than backwards. Obviously, Danny Rule not happy with the way they've started, even though we've gone 1-0 up. We found a good player, Stuart. So we have. I said Torremend is a good signing. He's a very good signing. Naderi now works there against Gogic. Can't get there. Freckleton comes back, cuts out, lays back. Schmitti, can he get there? No, he can't. And Shamal George clears his lines. Raskin wins the header, but it drops. Tanza offside, and it's a free kick to St Mirren. Why advantage wasn't played there, don't know. Hits on the other side. The Derry there, that from that previous one claiming a penalty, but it hit under his thigh. So Okowen gets started on Schmitti to see if he scores. Yeah, he's been poor. Remens, Big Brother, 953 Big Brother says, Remens is about the best left back we had in the last few years. Agreed. Naderi does a lot of running. He does. 3 points, top of the league. Let's keep pushing on, says we other people. Agreed. Jai, thank you again for your super chat. £5. That's our third of our 10, with 30% there. Goal Rangers. Absolutely. Gogic looks proper evil, doesn't he? Proper evil. Gogic. Ball forward. Yeah, all money helps, guys. Helps run the channel. Helps me keep going as well, especially after my daughter spent like nearly 600 quid on dance shoes yesterday. I think Remens has been Danny Rule's best signing. Agreed, he has been a really, really good signing. Graham Robert says, let's get another one before half-time. Yeah, 2-0 before half-time would be good. When scoring first, Rangers have won 31 and drawn 9. We've never lost in our last 40 games when scoring first. Has a seagull shot on Gogic's head? No, it's where it's that blood injury he had from when he took out one of his own players, RRM. Man's a machine. Laid back. Shamal George clears his lines. Up to halfway. Good control by Tavernier to bring it down. Tavernier lays it wide right-hand side. Here's Gassama. Lays it off to Raskin. Raskin turns. Goes back out to Gassama. Not the greatest ball. Gassama will get it though. Gassama turns it back inside. Raskin there for support. Raskin waits. Left-footed, does he go here? No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Left-footed in-swinger away by that man Gogic again. Remens. No, RM was a cut, yeah. Gogic looks like a heavy for gangsters. He does, doesn't he? I wouldn't argue with him. Gogic should be signed next season, says Derek Reed. I think he'd be a good cover, mate. He'd be a good cover player. Definitely a good squad player. He's a machine. A machine. Yeah, absolutely. Slap a metal faceplate on Gogic and you've got Kano. Yeah, you have, actually. He looks very similar, doesn't he? Looks very, very similar. Anyway, RM smashed his own player. He was taken off. Lol. Looks like Voldemort. He does look a bit like Voldemort. And any other likenesses to anyone? Yeah, absolutely. He'd be better than Suter. He would be. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this guy here, he looks a bit like him, doesn't he? Top man. If you give him the outfit, Miovski would look like an extra from the gangster movie. True. Commensurate will be the worth of tens of millions in a couple of years. He has an air about him. I think Torremens will not be at Rangers for any longer than 2 years, if I'm being honest with you. I think he'll be gone within 2 years. I think Premier League clubs will come a sniffing for him. He's got a look of Zenden as well for me. Those of you remember Boudewijn Zenden? Bain, that's it. Bain. That's the one that looks like Scout Chris, yeah. Right, that's it. We've got to sign Gogic, says Gorguts for Congress. Need a second 1-0 to dodge if it comes to 80 minutes to read. Ball in. Gogic attacks it. And it is out for a goal kick. And Gogic takes out Naderi now. So that's the second man Gogic has taken out. Raskin he took out. Actually headed the side of Raskin's head. Stuart Edison says I'd get Gogic. 25 million minimum for Remens, says we. I think it will be something like that, mate, in the future. He's a player who, like I said, I like Remens. He's the kind of player who I think is going to make great progress. He's already a Belgian under 21 international. I think he'll graduate to their full side, and like I said, I think we're going to have a lot of teams sniffing around him as he continues to develop. And I think, look, it's what we've kind of said that we want to do. is get this transfer trading model up and running, isn't it? You know, to bring in players that are going to improve the squad, yes, but also, you know, are going to, in the long run, generate a lot of money for Rangers. You know, look, we're not in the same position we were years ago when we were able to spend money and keep players until we saw need to sell them. Yeah, so I agree. I think I do like him though. I do like the lad. He is a good footballer. Tour amends. Anyway, Tom Hardy played Bane in Batman. He did. Gogic will be half the wages of Suter. Raskin and Ramens. Chelsea put 50 million bid for both. Ball runs through now. It's going to be back with Butland. Butland, big long clearance down the middle. Header away. Yes. Moore picks it up in midfield. Just thinking a few years how much Ramens will be worth in the Premier League. Absolutely. Here's Raskin on the right side now. Coming forward. Down the right. Tries to swing across into Chimiti. Brings it down with his hand, does he? Ref says no, play on. Chimiti's still trying to battle through. And down goes the St Mirren player. And it's going to be what? The referee doesn't appear to want to make a decision on this one. Is it a corner? I think it's been given as a corner. Although the referee didn't seem to give any decision. I'd say that would be handball by Chimiti there. But he gets away with it. Suter is poor but better than Gogic, says RRM. I think Gogic is one of those kind of folk hero characters, isn't he? He's kind of like one of those cult hero characters you get. Probably not as good as his reputation, shall we say, but it's the way he looks and the way he plays that kind of gives you that that sort of real, you know, kind of cult hero status, despite the fact you're not particularly brilliant. Mikey Moore, Tavernier, short corner again, swirling in, header away by St Mirren. There's a layout by Ramens. Tavernier up and under into the box. Away again. Fernandez lays it wide right. Chukwani will control this on the right-hand side. Afternoon. Jim Finney, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the Who's Here. Off for your man there, and it's going to be another corner to Rangers. Derek Reed says we would cherry-pick from existing Scottish talent like the lad from Motherwell who knows what it is to play in Scottish football from the start, win the league next season and build from that. Absolutely. Absolutely spot on, mate. Get the players from Scotland who know this league. You know, players who can win the games in Scotland, you know, and then obviously you bring in your talent to play in Europe. I mean, Chris Boyd, classic example of that. Ramens knows he's way better than the people he's up against. That arrogance is priceless, makes people afraid. Agreed. Gogic looks like that because he's back to the wall all the time. True. Short corner again. Mikey Moore's having to Ramens. Ramens swings it in. Down. Oh, my God. How did they miss that one? Who missed it? Let's have a look at this again. Ramens swings it in, and Chimiti somehow, from basically on the line, manages to miss. Puts it wide. What the hell? I would still sign Penrice, says Scout Chris. Yeah, good backup, especially with Magoma likely to leave at the end of the season. I don't mind Rangers selling players, but they have to be sell-on clauses added. Agreed, that's an absolute must. Yeah, 20-30% sell-ons into contracts. I always said Igaman would go to AC Milan. I could be wrong about Ramens. Yeah, I mean, Igaman will move on eventually from where he is, and he's going to be a good player, definitely. Just shit he misses, says we other people. Yeah, he does. Well, he does miss a lot, doesn't he, Chimiti? It's these games here where Chimiti doesn't look a player, where he just doesn't do it for me. He's in these games where he should be absolutely eating this one up. He really should be. You know, I mean, yeah, you look at Igaman's figures with Lille this season, 13 games, 5 goals, 1 assist, 6 goals in 13, 6 goal contributions in 13 in Ligue 1 is pretty decent. 41 gone. I think there'll be obviously a substantial amount of added time, I would imagine, because of those head injuries that Gogic sustained on 2 people, himself and the others. Oh, good battling by Raskin, but loses it there. Oh, that was a nasty tackle by Chukwani. Lucky to get away with that one. Digging in there on the Motherwell player, and the ref pulls back. It was deflection, or it would have been across the box. Shankland scores that. Rangers have won it back though. Raskin, poor ball behind Gassama, and St Mirren have it back. It's gone Scrappy again in this game. Penrice valued at $2.5 million on transfer market. Yeah, it would be a decent shout for a backup to Ramens. Out wide right, swung into the box, and Lududu, header saved by Butler, whatever he's called. Dan, we'll call him. Dan, the man, header for St Mirren, saved by Butler, easy. Little flick header there. I mean, Remens is a player. Remens is a player. I still think, like I said, I think he does look. I think to me he looks a little bit like Boudewijn Zenden. Those of you who remember Boudewijn Zenden, got a look of him. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Well, I'll pull it up at half time. Let you be the judge on that one. Anyway, so 42 gone. 1-0 Rangers. If we can get 25 minutes for Kasama and Schmitty bite their hands off, agreed. You could just buy Magoma. I don't see Brentford selling Rodrigo. That's the problem. I don't see Brentford selling him. Down the right-hand side. Good cut out there. And offside. Good defending by Fernandez, but he was the St Mirren attacker. Dan the man was offside, and the rain is absolutely flying down now in Ayrshire. Ball forward. Gassama turns, goes again. Schmitty, step over. Oh, Paisley, sorry, not Ayrshire. Paisley. My fault, wrong part of Scotland. Ball forward, no runners, and the ball is going to go through to Jack Butland, who comes out, plays it out to Tavernier, and then back into his goal. 102 peeps watching. We were less than 50% likes. Come on, the troops. Smash those likes yet. If you're watching the game, please, obviously, smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Obviously, support our goal. Drop your comments. Get everything in there, guys. Help us out. We're currently sitting at 8,404 subscribers. Paisley, I don't know. Ayrshire, it's all the same. It's Scotland. It's wet. It's raining. Does that a lot in Scotland, apparently. Anyway, look. Chimity likes these type of players are beneath him. He thinks he's too good for this. In fact, he should be smashing low. Yeah, he should be. I think should. Raskin, lovely ball to Moore. Great take by Moore. Go on, Moore. Go on, Mikey. Mikey Moore is in. Tackle by Gogic, though. Flag goes up for offside anyway. Good play by Gogic, who is bleeding again heavily from his head wound. Shank says, if we can't do it, I want you to. Anyone but Silly Tim's. Thanks, Shankland. Absolutely. I'm good, James. How are you? Windy as hell. It is windy as hell. Windy as hell. Wet as hell. That was a good tackle by Gogic getting back there. He is a man. Gogic has to go. His head is pouring. It is. He's absolutely... He's got to go off to get the head wound attended to again. He's not happy. He wants to go and kill more people. Jojo says Mikey Moore should have scored. I think it would have been disallowed though because of the offside. The flag went up for offside. I don't know who was offside, but someone apparently was offside, so it wouldn't have stood anyway. 4 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. 4 minutes of added time. Header away. Nalundaloo there across. Good tackle there by Nasser Giga on your man there. Good tackle by Giga. Giga's been good since he's coming back from the AFCON, hasn't he? He's really stepped it up. The rest of the team, they don't lift their game unless it's a big game and Schmitty doesn't get the service. Maybe that's a shout. Gogic back on the park. Chip ball. Header down. Tavernier's going to let this run, is he? Raskin clears his lines. Header away. In goes Naderi. Schmitty wins it back, then gives it away. Push through, no one there. And Giga is over to cover. He clears his lines. But still, but gone again. Scrappy yet again. Ball up in the air. St Mirren struggle to control the ball, but it goes all the way back. And it's laid wide left here now. St Mirren have it at the back now. 4 minutes to go. 1 minute of the 4 has elapsed. It's windy and pissing it down. I live 5 minutes from the stadium, says Grant. Here's Gogic across the cover. Yeah, it looks like he looks at Grant on the pitch, definitely. Freckleton gives it away now. It is Tavernier. It's Chukwani. Chukwani goes left side to the goal scorer, Remens. Same Grant. Infield it goes again to Moore. Moore's going backwards rather than forwards. Mikey Moore pushed back. He hasn't had as effective as a game today. Stevie says Gassama's done nothing. Correct. Would make lots of sense to get Penrice, says Scout Chris. Yeah, I think he would be a good shout, mate. Here's Moore now. Ball pushed forward to nobody. Poor ball by Moore, straight through to Shamal George. Come on, Rangers, says Linda Williams. Son. Gogic chip forward. Raskin driving through. Pull back, still going. Good play from Nicholas Raskin here. Lovely ball. Oh, ball track chip in the box. Defender is there to cover, throw in Rangers. Yeah, lack of quality in the final third from Rangers today. Real lack of that final killer ball at times. Sama needs to be subbed at half time, says Grant Willis. Yeah, get Ant-Man on maybe. Tavernier with the throw in. 4 minutes of added gone. We've got 2.5 gone of those 4 minutes. Ball into the box. Gogic. Oh, move someone for the ball. Gogic wide awake there. Wins it, nips it. Here's Gogic on the attack now. Lays off. You're not going to outrun Giga there, Nulandulu. And it's back to Butland. Good play by Giga. Kasama looks disinterested. Don't give up on man. They'll bounce back. Chukwani. Tavernier. Come on, Rangers, says Paul Marshall. Welcome in, Paul. Good chest down. Back to Shamal George by the St Mirren defender there. Poor ball by Tavernier. Laid off now. Ahara for St Mirren. Picks it up, drives forward, pushes it to the right-hand side. We're in the last 40 seconds of this half. Ball inside again, and it's going to be back to Ahara. He drives forward for St Mirren now. He has to stop because there's no movement ahead of him. Lays it square. Comes back to Gogic again. Gogic still going over halfway. Tanza off you, man. Tavernier, and it's a throw in to St Mirren. What else have we got here? I've had it with Raskin. Get him off. Try a different midfield. It can't be any worse, let's be honest. We'll get to Scott's Viking comment in a minute. Tanza brings it down. Loses control. Raskin clears it. And there we go. It is half time here in Paisley. It is Rangers 1-0 up with a Tor Remens goal. And what's been a scrappy old first half, but like I said at the start of the game, we'll take a scrappy 1-0. We'll take 9 scrappy 1-0s between now and the end of the season. Scott's Viking says Kasama is only interested when he thinks he can score. And the one chance he had to score, Scott's Viking, it went Sunday. Scott Chris says get Asgard on just for the comments. Lol. We'll still get 5, says Robert Rankin. 4 second half. Robert is entirely a possibility, I suppose. But yeah, look, it is what it is. Look, we're 1-0 up. It hasn't been a great first half. It's been scrappy. It's been scrappy. It's been a scrappy first half. Raskin set the goal up. Yeah, certainly. I mean, the goal was a good work goal at the end of the day. I mean, the ball was a nice little layoff. Raskin cuts off his right onto his left. Chip pass to the back. Romens times his run to perfection to get into the back post and help it into the back of the net. There was the Naderi shot that was tamely into Shamal George's hands. Could have been 2 from that. The one thing I'm going to say about Rangers in that first half is that we seem to lack a cutting edge. We seem to lack a real clinical nature in that final third to create that golden opportunity for the strikers to score. And that's one thing that is badly missing at the moment. Scott Miller, welcome. Scott says football is diabolical. Tavernier, all he wants to do is play crosses. Hello, fellow Silent Assassin, welcome, mate. Hello, fellow Bears. Hello, Aaron, welcome. And we're all good, buddy, thank you. Fox adds 3 points in every game, winning 1-0. I'll take that in a season. As I've said, mate, 9-1 and scrappy 1-0s will do me. Grandmother says Arsgaard should be nowhere near our club. He's been poor. He is like a crab, isn't he? And a less effective crab. I mean, we had Ray Wilkins, didn't we? Who was a bit crab-like, but this guy is proper crab-like, and he's a slow crab as well. Scott, Naderi looks so clumsy and Schmitty a pure shite. Scott, we do lack strikers. Absolutely. We lack strikers. We lack a kid. I think it's what I've said on the videos this week. I've talked about our downgrade at the forward positions. Tierney hasn't been replaced with quality. Seema, I know that wasn't last season, it was the season before, hasn't been replaced with quality. Dessers, Igerman not been replaced with quality. The goals are not coming from those strikers. I think Naderi will get there, mate. Don't get me wrong, but he's still very young and very raw. I mean, he's come from the German third division. I mean, I'd be more disappointed with him if he'd come from a Dortmund or a Wolfsburg or a Hamburg or someone like that. But the fact that he's come from the German third division kind of gives you a hint of where he's coming from. As for Schmitty, look, Schmitty to me only ever looks interesting when we play Hearts and Celtic. That's the thing. That's all he's done in weeks. Look at the throw-ins. Gogic nipped in and stole it. He has done nothing. Yeah, I think that was one thing. I think we have to be a bit more wide awake, a bit more lively. Wilkins was a player. Wilkins was a hell of a player, yeah. Ken the Elliott says, Kasama very poor, agreed. Worst football team in the league, no style of play. I'm telling you now, Danny Rudd is a poor manager. Fair enough. Dessers makes the big man's goals look and smile. Yeah, I mean, look, Dessers scored 50 goals in 2 seasons. He probably missed about 50 chances too, but You know, he certainly. I mean, look, I was never a fan of his, but he was certainly a better player than both Chimiti and Naderi. Still going 3-1 Jers, get 3 up, and they'll probably get a consolation injury time, says JJ. To totally agree, no drive at all. You ain't wrong. Dessers was miles above this lot. You know, Igaman was miles above this lot. I think, you know, you look at it, and we haven't replaced quality with quality. We haven't done, and that's one big loss. You've taken a hell of a lot of goals out of this team with Tierney, with Igaman, with Dessers, and you've not replaced it with like for like. Scott's Viking says Naderi should stay in the middle. He will score goals, I'm sure of it. I mean, look, it may be that he's been asked to play out wide and push out wide by the manager. That's kind of where it maybe is. I don't know. Look at the sitter. Chimiti missed once again, 6 yards out, diabolical. Yeah, that was a bad miss, to be fair. It wasn't the best. And that's kind of, you know what I'd say, Scott? That chance falls to Chimiti against Celtic or against Hearts, and he probably scores it. Look at the sitter. Yeah, 1 goal isn't enough. We lose too many late goals. Agreed, Grant. As long as it stays 1-0, even 2-0, I think, you know, it's dodgy. We need to get 2-3 goals up. Absolutely. Thank you, Derek, for that. Thank you very much for that comment. But yeah, look, that thing I was talking about before, guys. As regards Torremens, let me see if I can bring it up. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? A lookalike or not a lookalike? What do you think? Is that a lookalike or is that not a lookalike? What do you reckon? Zenden and Remens. Similarity? Not similar? What do you reckon, guys? Let me know what you think. Jai says, Naderi looks like he needs to gain 20 pounds of muscle. Yeah, I think he does need to thicken out, yeah. And that may come in time, mate. Like I said, I still think he's very young, very raw, still learning his game. And like I said, he has come from the German 3rd Division. If he'd come from Dortmund or he'd come from Wolfsburg or Stuttgart or you know, somewhere like that, then I'd be more concerned. Scott's Viking says that's his dad. Could well be, mate. Could well be. There is a similarity there. That's a love child, says the silent assassin. I mean, look, but Zenden was a hell of a player. Played for Chelsea. Played for Barcelona. He was a good footballer. Good footballer. You know, if Remens turns out to be as good as Zenden, then yeah, I'd take that all day long. I'd take that all day long. Foxy Lad says, lol. Yeah, I mean, look, I still will always stand by the funniest one ever, though, being the Niels Koppen one, which last season we had. The Niels Koppen looking like the love child of Ange Postecoglou and Nicholas Raskin. The style of play is so poor you can blame the manager. I know that for a fact he's a bad manager. He's been here for months and there's no change in style of play. It's got worse. I think the only thing I'd say, Scott, is, and look, I fully respect what you're saying, mate. I fully respect what you're saying, is we've got to give him a chance to bring in players that he wants at this club. And I think the players he's brought in have improved the side. You know, Remens looks a good player. Chukwueze looks a good player. I think the Derby will get there, certainly. I mean, jury's out on Skov Olsen. He certainly hasn't lived up to what we hoped we were getting with Skov Olsen when we signed him. You know, he looks a bit too play safe all the time. So yeah, I think, you know, give him the summer, let him bring in, and if we're still doing the same at the start of next season, I don't know. You know, I think we've got to kind of remember what he's had to work with. He's had to work with the dregs of Thelwell and Martin. He's had to pick us up from Martin. You know, it hasn't been good, has it, at all? Linda Williams says, we never seem to have 2 good halves. I hope the second half is better. It's not good. God help us. That was awful. Yeah, I mean, we've never been a 90-minute team, have we, this season? For a few seasons now. I mean, there's so many games that I remember where we've been so bad for 45 and then really good for 45, or even bad for an hour and good for 30 minutes. You know, it's Rangers all over at the moment. Crazy saying he's a bad manager. He hasn't done much to work with. Miles better than where we were. You know, I think we've made huge progress on where we were. We're changing channels, apparently. But yeah, I think, you know, overall, I think it's harsh to say we've had, you know, we've come a long way. I believe we've come a long way from where we were. I think, in terms of, you know, in terms of how we were playing under Martin, you know, certainly, Big Dessers would be into double figures by now, says Graham Roberts. Very alike. He tells about the Zenden and Remens one. I don't know how Dessers is getting on this season away from Rangers. Obviously, you know, with Panathinaikos, is it that he's with? Let's have a little look if we can find his stats this season. Yeah, currently with Panathinaikos, 2 goals in 5 games, apparently. Hasn't played a lot of football by the looks of things out in Greece. Let's have a little look, shall we? Stats. He's played 15 games this season, Dessers, for Panathinaikos. Scored 4 goals, 2 assists. That's it out there. Not played a lot. I wonder how many minutes he's played. Let's have a little look at his stats here. He's only played in 9% of their starting 11s actually this season. They only played 9% of their minutes this season in their Super League competition. Has never started in the Europa League. Has only played 14% of their minutes in the Cup as well. So, yeah, hasn't really done a lot, has he? Hasn't done a lot out in Panathinaikos. Isn't being played, isn't liked out there, maybe. I don't know. It's a weird one. Certainly on that one. What else have we got comment-wise? We can't say there's not been an improvement since Martin's. We knew it would be a slow process. His style of play, I'm watching his long balls, crosses, Sunday school football, pure shite. We're sitting 8th with a negative goal difference weeks ago. Now we're in 4-way battle for the league. I'd say, Derek, it's more probably a 3-way battle now for the league. I wouldn't put Motherwell in it now. I think they're probably out of it, you know, in terms of where they are in that defeat yesterday. Yes, they were very unlucky to have that defeat yesterday, certainly. Raw wanted the Dairy, who looked so clumsy, and paid double for him. Yeah, we did seem to push that one through. We could have had him in the summer for probably half the price. I mean, his agent even said that, you know, even say that. So, you know, it's an interesting one. Some half-time stats for you. Overall possession, Rangers 58% to their 42%. We've had 9 shots. They've had 2. They've had 1 on target. We've had 4 shots on target. Their goalkeeper's made 2 saves. Ours has made 1. We've won 12 aerial duels to their 8. We've committed 6 fouls. They've committed 3, which is pretty mad. 7 corners for Rangers, 1 corner for St Mirren in that first half. I would like to see second half us take a bit more advantage of these set pieces we are getting. Hopefully, you know, get on the end of them a little bit more. Get Fernandez in there, perhaps to add to his goal tally would be nice. With that one, would be spot on. Hopefully, so yeah, I'd like to see that a little bit more in that. In this second half that is upcoming, guys. Lots of people watching. Please, obviously, smash your like button, smash your subscribe button. Please help to support the channel. We'll get back to your comments in a moment. Guys, look, it is another live watch along here on the channel, guys. We're going to try and bring you as many as we can before the end of the season. It would be great if we could get obviously as many possible views as possible, get as many likes as possible, get as many subs as possible. Really help to push up and support the channel going forward, guys. Obviously, check out the videos. Make sure we like the videos. Make sure we share. Make sure we comment on the videos. All that stuff. The more you comment, the more you like on the videos, the better the channel then, the video and the channel then gets pushed out by YouTube. Right, let's have a little look at some comments that are coming through at this moment in time. Lots to catch up with. We need to give Miovski another chance. These two aren't doing it, says Chris. Yeah, I'll be against Miovski, mate, but I don't think the manager fancies him. I don't think the manager likes him. I really don't. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, what else have we got? It's been honking, but we take the win at the moment, says Scottish Ray. Yeah, I mean, look, I said 9-1-0s will do me. You have to steady the ship before you can work out the styles of play, and I think that's what the manager has done. Says Scott's Viking, very true. What has Roll done? Finished 16th with Sheffield Wednesday. The only thing I'd say with Sheffield Wednesday, mate, is they are a club in a lot of trouble and a big crisis. I mean, look at them this season, rock bottom of the league. Yes, I know they've had points deductions, but even if you take the points deductions off, they're still on, I think, single figure points. Fans moaning about style of play. Some same fans would be moaning if we were getting beat playing free-flowing football, says Scout Chris. Antman and Miovski for Gassama and Schmitty would be my half-time sub, says Grant Willis. Yeah, not against that, mate. Miovski can score from poaching an 18-yard box. He's not getting the service he deserves, in my opinion, says Derek Reed. This team, Rangers, who I live for, are poor, diabolical, in fact. Scott's still not happy. That's fair enough, mate. Like, everyone is happy. It's hard to their opinion on the team. And look, some of you think Rule's doing fantastic. Some of you don't think Rule is doing a great job. And look, we accept both points of view on that on the channel. And I'm happy that Scott is putting his point of view across. Happy that he feels comfortable enough to put that point of view across. Thank you for that, Scott. Thank you, obviously, Scott's Viking as well, for putting your alternative opinion as well, which is good. Hopefully we improve second half. Says, yeah, Liapay, yeah, absolutely. Give we Barron the last 20 minutes, need to get him back. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see Barron get on and get some minutes, Chris. Absolutely, mate. 100% on that one. Absolutely needed in this situation. Sky Sports telling us what we all need to know. Schmitty needs to go in the summer. I agree. Schmitty just doesn't look good enough. Yes, he does it against Celtic and Hearts, but you can't have a player that you just keep in your team for 8 games a season, can you? Realistically, Chris says we look so much better at the back with Giga and Manny. I agree. We do look a lot more solid with Fernandez and with Giga, definitely. 100% agree on that one, mate. 100% agree on that one. We do look better. Grant says, I'll say this now, I watched the Arsenal game last night and they brought on 16-year-old who set up the first goal and scored the second. We should be giving Carl Glasgow a bit of game time. Shout, mate. Shout. Royal is back out, takes his seat in the dugout. If you're good enough, you're old enough, says Grant Willis. I agree on that one. Look at you, Lamine Yamal. Here come Rangers ready for the second half. Ramens, the goal scorer, is back on. I don't think many people would have had Ramens down on their accumulator as their first goal scorer. Not been one that you would have gone for, really, the Belgian maestro at left back. John Hanna says, we're seriously lacking a killer touch. You're right, mate, we are. We're lacking that quality, that killer instinct in the final third. I agree with you on that one. So we're ready to get underway. Rangers, of course, will get us underway. Chris Boyd telling you Schmitty is poor and he can't be trusted. This is the thing, you know. He scored some great goals, yes, against Celtic at Parkhead, against Celtic Park, against Celtic at Ibrox. He scored against Hearts, but you're right, mate. In games where we've asked, we need him. You know, games where we've needed him, these games against the Motherwell chance that he missed, you know, we could have easily had 2 more points there. That one there probably puts this game away for me. You know, he does miss those easier chances. Silent Assassin says, watching from Queen Elizabeth Hospital, Glasgow. Thank you for the coverage. Oh, mate, I hope you're okay, buddy. Hope you're getting better soon. So we're pinning our hopes on Barron. The guy could not hit the pokey bag from 2 yards out. Fair enough. Ball into the box. Schmitty, oh, what is he doing? He gets the ball back then. Flicks it in the middle. Oh, couldn't. Gogic stops it getting to the dairy. And it is away down the right-hand side now by St Mirren. Is it going to be Rangers throw? Is it still in? It's still in field, is it? Throw in to St Mirren. Yeah, obviously, everybody please obviously wish Silent Assassin get well soon. Hope he gets better soon. .46 minutes gone. People thought Dessers wasn't good enough, RM says. I mean, the thing with Dessers, mate, was he was so frustrating. He'd missed way too many chances. Referee has been really finicky over this free kick. Where it's taken from, how quickly it Raskin takes it quickly and takes it off now. Lays off to Chukwani. Chukwani steps over, leaves it, back to Raskin. Raskin comes inside, outside. Chukwani. Derek Reed says 100, thank you. Ball forward, header. Chukwani back. Giga. Fernandez. Remens. Jaquani. Infield it goes. Back it goes again now to Giga. Giga's inside his own half. Puts it to the wide right to Tavernier. Tavernier turns away from his man. Stops. Goes again to Gassama. Gassama picks the ball up. Runs infield. Off to Naderi. Naderi, poor first touch. Allows Gogic to get the tackle in. And Motherwell have it back. Poor touch again there in the midfield. And it breaks down again. Jaquani wins it back. Gassama's first touch is not great. He struggles to get it under control. That could be the pitch. That could be him. And we've lost it again. Tanza. Coming forward for St Mirren, lays it in behind Giga. Good reading by Fernandez. Now Raskin helps out and Rangers will clear their lines. And Mikey Moore's not happy about something. Not quite sure what. I think he's saying he's been kicked. Block tackle, not much wrong with that. Yes, but he's got to get in the position to miss them. That's the difference. Strikers in this league can't afford to miss sitters. Far too much at stake for missing chances. Agreed, Silent Assassin. Down goes Giga. Free kick to Rangers. Foul there by Devaney there. Tavernier having an argument with one of the St Mirren players. Was out smoking. Is Gogic still on? Yeah, Gogic is still on. Moore is still on. Mikey Moore seems to be willing to run this injury off. Ball forward now by Tavernier. Long ball forward. Gassama, sorry, jumps under it. Gogic then turns away easily from Gassama, brings it out from the back. Motherwell, St Mirren trying to play out from the back. Over the top, comes to the right-hand side. Good play by St Mirren there. Hopefully we don't try to sit on this. Yeah, agreed, mate. Agreed, John. Agreed, John. Ball, good block by Remens. Now Mikey Moore. Back now out there. Here comes Tor Remens down the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, sorry. On the charge. Tries to feed it forward. Blocked by the St Mirren defender. It's going to go straight back to Shamal George in the St Mirren goal. Direct Reed says his stats don't lie in reference to Dessers. He was just a misunderstood guy who was frustrating at times missing sitters, but that's his stats up there at the top nonetheless. Oh, poor header there from Chukwani, but fortunately it breaks back down and Raskin will sweep it back to Butland. Butland sweeps it out again then to Tavernier. Tavernier points where he wants runners to go, but no one moves. And Raskin comes to take the ball off him. Raskin rolls it forward to Naderi. Naderi laid off to Gassama. Gassama back to good first time pass to Naderi. Tackled by that man again. That's right. Gogic across on the tackle. Throw in at Rangers' right side. Afternoon, Davey. How you doing? Right, guys, poll going up. There we go. Had no issues with Dessers' RRM. The other day I was in a chat with a fellow fan and they were mentioning Derek Cornelius. I forgot we'd signed him. Yeah, he's back training, mate, Foxy. He is back training. I don't know about in terms of when he'd be back or when he'd be available again, but yeah, he is back training. Ball swept over Mikey Moore's head. Poor ball there. Not sure who that played that ball. Throw in. Donnelly takes it. Goes back to Gogic. Gogic to George. He sweeps it away. Up. Good header won by Fernandez. He should do it at 6'5". Touchdown. Header pushed up in the air. Who wins the league? You should have put Gogic as an option. I think he probably would win it on his own, mate. I tell you, if there's 11 Gogiches on a pitch, you wouldn't mess with them, would you? Tavernier gives it away. Here comes forward. Good tackle by Tavernier. Fernandez back to Butland. Butland, long ball forward. Drop down to Naderi. Naderi gives to Gassama. Gassama goes outside. He's been held, but pushes off his man. Sweeps the ball back inside to Raskin. Raskin now with the ball. Drives forward. Pushes his man off. Tempted of a cross, cleared away. And it's broken down again, and St Mirren will bring the ball away. Definitely. Danny Rull is absolutely barking at them on the sidelines. I don't know what he's saying, but he is absolutely going mental on the sidelines. He's not happy about something. He's clapping, he's yelling at them, he's pushing them. If there was 11 Goggiches, we'd finish the game with 9 men. That's a possibility, RM. Or the game might get abandoned. Gassama needs to come off, says Stevie. Maybe we could play old Soapy as a battering ram up front. Yeah, Tav really sloppy this season, agreed. Smash the light bears, thank you, Silent. Ball breaks down again now. Tackle by Tavernier. It's St Mirren's ball on the left-hand side. They're coming into the game a little bit in this second half. It's a bit worrying. The second half Rangers collapse looks like it's happening at the moment, and we need to get control of this game again very, very quickly, in my opinion. For what it's worth. For what it's worth. Guys, please obviously smash a like on the video. Ball in. Header away by Fernandez. Off to your man. And it goes away now. Giga clears it. Good clearance by Giga. But it's going to come straight back as Gogic sweeps up at the back. Here is Naderi now on the run. Doesn't really go anywhere. He's tackled by Gogic and it stops again. Guys, get your votes in the poll. Current poll results looking like this. 70% of you say Rangers, 67% Rangers, 29 Celtic, 4% Hearts. No one saying Motherwell. Sama shoots, deflected. Corn and George looks like he's injured himself. Roll is fuming because they're not even pressing. True, they aren't. If Gogic doesn't win the league, he would just take everyone else out. Sterling is someone I really want to do well. His full potential, work rate and attitude is yet to be fulfilled. He reminds me slightly of Boomsong. Good shout. Yeah, his injury is just awful, isn't it? I mean, if he could stay fit, he's the best right back in the league. He really is. Playing like there's no way we can win the league, says JJ. Guys, continue to get your comments in, get your likes in. Corner to Rangers left side. Tavernier right-footed in swing. Can we get something from this set piece? Tavernier lays it off. More. Back to Tavernier again. Tavernier swings this one in. Who's tackling the ball? Headed down. Melee. Gurgic hacks it away. It's not out yet, is it? Yes, it is. Ahara hacks it away. Chaos. There. And down goes Gassama under challenge. From, yes, that man again, Gogic. Are you sure there's only one Gogic on the pitch? Because it feels like about 5 at the moment. 55 minutes up and coming. 1-0 Rangers still. Free kick Rangers. Tavernier comes over to take it. Of course he does. My ball. What are we going to do with this set piece? Mikey Moore wandering over. Gassama just in front of him. Tavernier swings it into the box. Header. Wide. Header by Raskin, just wide. It's amazing to me how many headers Nicholas Raskin wins from set pieces, given the fact he's so small. Swung in here, and Raskin is there. Free header, should do better. Should at least work the goalkeeper. Much better from Royal. Kick their asses, says Derek Reed. Seriously need a second goal, says Davey. Time for substitution, says RRM. I agree. Rangers need to keep a press when we don't have possession. Standing off play just invites players to come back at you. Seen it as Celtic when we were up, says Stan Assassin. Yeah, agreed. Can't afford to sit off anybody, no matter who you're playing, whether it's St Mirren, Celtic, Hearts, Dundee, whatever. Yeah, 55 minutes, we're kind of, I don't know, we're just not having enough. I would be tempted to get Barron on, Ant-Man on maybe, for Gassama, Barron on in the midfield, get a bit of bite in there. Definitely. Ball forward, Fernandez. 67 likes, 110 watching. Keep going, yeah. Obviously, please keep smashing the likes, guys, on the video. Throw in. St Mirren lineup. Fernandez, good defending. Good defending. Disney Disney rule, says Bremion. Oh, Disney roll, I get it, yeah. Haha, very funny. Throw in here, coming up. Honestly, don't think we are fit enough to keep a press going. Look, players look very tired second half. Yeah, the fitness is a worry, isn't it? Wouldn't be surprised if Gogic scores. He's having that kind of games to Stevie. Let's hope not. Throw in. Away. Up in the air. Drops down. Get the ball. Get rid of it. Naderi smashes it clear. Mikey Moore gets on his bike chasing this ball down. Shamal George is out. Plays it out again. Calm. Yeah, I agree, Davey. Surprising how much we have missed little Connor. Lovely reading of the play there. Well done. Is that Tavernier? Naderi now. Rolls it round the corner. Gogic there with the tackle again. Bring Barron on and Miovski on. Players don't fear roll like their buddy. And is it going to be a change now? Yes, there is a change coming, guys. Who's coming on? Who's coming off? Skovolson is on. Gassama is off. That's a good move. Is that it? Only one change, yeah. Gassama off. Skovolson on. Gassama, yeah, as it's just been said on the Sky commentary, very underwhelming performance again by him. Stuart Henderson, thank you very much for the £5 for that donation. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind and generous indeed. All helps to keep this channel going. We should get Gogic saying it now. I agree with you, mate. I like him. He's like Captain Caveman. Raskin. Anyway, here's Ramens down the left-hand side. It is into Chukwani. Mikey Moore. Tavernier. Shot. Saved by George. Good save by George. Great shot by Tavernier. 3 points is absolute must. Hate these Paisley tramps, says Starting Assassin. Nice one, Stuart, says Derek. Yeah, all Super Chats, guys. We're 4 out of 10 now on our way. Thank you very much for your support. Stuart being saying this since the start of the season. Good save there. Another set piece. Can we get a goal from this set piece? That has to be the question, obviously.
Yeah, it was disappointing to see the referees.
Mikey Moore. Torramens. Swings it in. Deep. Naderi's header straight at Shamal George. Should have signed Alec already. Absolute no-brainer. How old is Gogic? I feel like he's been around forever. I don't know. I'll have a little look now. But Freckleton into the box, breaks down, shot's going to come here. Shot, block by Fernandez, good block. Tavernier, sorry, Chimiti, that is back defending. God knows what he's doing. He's defending very badly, puts his man on the ground. Referee says play on. He's 31, Gogic. Alex Gogic is 31. I saw Gogic as a luxury player after we buy what we need, but now I think we need him, says Stuart Henderson. He's a hell of a battler, isn't he? I suppose that is one thing you can say about the dude. He is one hell of a battler. Owen Howie playing was out walking the dog, mate. Scrappy, James. It's Scrappy. We're lacking a clinical cutting edge in the final third. It's something we need to see. It's something we need to see for me. We need to see more cutting edge. Fine. We need to get a second goal, mate. Right, where are we up to? Here we now. We've got the ball cleared away by St Mirren. Good block by Tavernier. Struggles to keep it in, but does, just about. Now he's going the wrong way. Tavernier, you're running the wrong way, mate. Goes all the way back to Butland. I don't know why the hell he went running that way, but he did. Buy Gogic and loan him back to St Mirren. Thought you would say that, mate, lol. Yeah, it's... But as I said, mate, James, at the start of the game, I'd take 9 Scrappy 1-0s. Chimiti picks it up now, on the run. Gogic for company, tackled by one, tackled again, and it's a corner kick to Rangers. Didn't want to seem to fight there, Chimiti. There was no fight or battle in that one. Come on, you've got to fight and battle harder than that, Yusuf. You've got to fight and battle harder than that, mate. 10 corners for Rangers yet to score from one, though. Can have all the corners in the world, but if you don't put the ball in the back of the net from one of them, it's pretty pointless. Torramens will say it. Silent Assassin says, I've said it for years, Gogic is a great player. I like Gogic. Looped up in the air. Headed down by Fernandez. Drops. Giga tries to shoot. Block. Tavernier. Oh my God. And Tavernier's just taken out a NASA space satellite that was floating overhead. Or an Iranian drone. I don't know which one he's taken out, but he's taken somebody out with that shot. 9 Scrappy 1-0 wins might not be enough. You never know. We can but hope. I'd say it would be. Because that meant we've beaten Celtic, who are 1 point ahead of us, and we've beaten... I suppose Hearts could win on Goldiford still, I suppose, with that one. Yeah, true. St Mirren are making a change now. 62 gone. St Mirren's change coming up now. I'm going to the back door to see if Tav shots in my garden, says Grant Willis. King is off for them. And who is on? It is a player called Jake Young who has come on, a young English guy. James Thompson says, last week we were out of it, I thought anyway, but Hearts losing, we win only 3 points. Mad how the season's gone so far. Agreed, buddy. Something's just scudded my window, says Gorgos for Congress. Funny, mate, funny. Here comes St Mirren again on the attack. Ball in. Young on the ball straight away into the penalty box. Can't get a shot away. Forced out by Giga. Good defending by Giga. Swung into the box by O'Hara. Headed up by Undulu. Way by Raskin again. Schmitti lays it back. Raskin pumps it forward now. Nadiri on the run. But yes, that man is there again. It's Gogic there again. Stopping him. Slowing him down. And Gogic now gets it safely back to Shamal George. He's had a hell of a game, Gogic. He really has. Derek Reese says, NASA's just announced they've seen Tab's ball in orbit. Compared to where we were, it's an achievement. We are actually in the title fight. RM, you are spot on with that, mate. Ball back. Smirren pump the ball forward again. Good layoff by... Oh, poor layoff there by Olsen. For a striker, Nadiri seems to run around too deep as well. He's a big enough. He should be up there. Yeah. Ball through now to Butland. Butland easily picks that one up. Raskin has been poor. He created the goal, but yeah, apart from that, hasn't done a great deal with that. Yeah, absolutely. Here's Nadiri. Lays it off to Scott Olsen. Olsen pushed it straight to Gogic. Poor ball by Olsen. Gogic runs through Raskin. Good tackle, though, by Ramens. Mikey Moore now picks it up. Feeds it out to Chimiti. Chimiti takes his man on. Megs him. Keep going, Chimiti. Still going, Chimiti. Pass 2. Can't get past the last man. Good tackle by him, and it's a throw-in to Rangers' right side. Schmitti tried to do too much there with the ball. Not great. No support for Chimiti there from Olsen. No, it was a poor ball, wasn't it? It was a poor ball. Just had to knock it on to his left. Scott Olsen lays it off. Tavernier breaks off the St Mirren defender. Throw in. Rangers working their way down the right. 65 gone. 25 to go. Gogic senses a move to the Jers, says Derek Reed. Ball down. Tavernier back again. Scott Olsen now. Jinx on his left foot. Ben Backy lays off to Tavernier. Back to Scott Olsen again. Scott Olsen tries to drive across over. Ball breaks down. It's going to be a corner kick, goal kick. I don't know what the hell was happening there. All over the place. All over the place. Scott Olsen's not really done a lot since he's come on, has he? He's been a big letdown for me, Scott Olsen, actually. Big letdown for me. Real big letdown for me. In terms of where we're at with him. He just has not been the player I thought he would be. Gogic will be at Aberdeen this summer, probably. That's a good shout with Stephen Robinson been there, mate. Yeah. Raskin's header flicks off his head. Away by Fernandez. Up and under. Over halfway. Header up by O'Hara. Now Nadiri wins the header. Nadiri seems to be dropping back into like a 10 role. It seems to be Chimiti then Nadiri like that. Weird. I wouldn't see Nadiri as a 10 though. Very hard to knock it left. Olsen should have made a run on the right. Yeah. Still 1-0. Ball forward. Good defence by Fernandez. Off Ramens. Out. St Mirren throw in. Want to see more from Olsen. Can see why he was loaned out. Yeah, agreed. Jinks away from one. Remens comes over with a tackle. Good tackle. Block tackle. Out. St Mirren throw. At the moment, I hope we don't take the option on Olsen. I agree, RM. He's not worth 9 million, is he? Certainly not worth 9 million, I would say. The title race at least is good that we've got this three-way title race in Scotland. It's good for our football. It's good for the product. It's good for pushing Scottish football. There's more of a title race in Scotland than there is in England at the moment, I think. Mikey Moore there, poor ball there, puts Remens under pressure. Then Remens wrestles his man to the ground, and it's a free kick, and rightly so. But you know, just sloppy play from Rangers. Sloppy play. We've gone sloppy in this second half. I'd be looking at Barron coming on maybe to try and solidify that midfield a little bit. Maybe even get Miovski on to add a bit of, I don't know, pace up the top to that last man off the shoulder, hit them on the break a little bit. Ball in, poor ball in, away by Raskin. Good header by Raskin. Gogic is there, back on halfway, sweeping up for Rangers. Skov Olsen's coming to close down, so it goes all the way back to Shamal George. Long ball forward, header by Tavernier. Going back to the poll for a minute, guys. 60% of you saying Rangers to win the league, 30% Celtic, 11% Hearts, 0% Motherwell. Ball hits the corner flag, stays in play. Tavernier now brings it away. And Raskin is now down, holding his ankle from a foul by Tanza. It's a free kick. Is it to Rangers? Yes, it seems to be. Yes, it is. Schmitty is running on empty, says RRM. Yeah. I mean, he's looking poor. He's not a Olsen's not a £9 million player. He said he doesn't look like a £9 million player at any point at this moment in time. 68%, 68 minutes gone. There's big dunk in the crowd. Oh no, Morten Vighurst, my apologies. Morten Vighurst, the Denmark assistant coach. Oh, Chukwani is Danish apparently. Don't know how that one works out. I never saw that. I thought he was an African player, but no, he's actually Danish. So Morten Vighurst watching Skov Olsen and watching Chukwani. Ball up and away by St Mirren again. Tavernier wins it, gives it straight to St Mirren again. And he tries to tackle, he's beaten. St Mirren growing into this game rather worryingly. Good play by Chimiti, gets back, wins the ball, but loses it again. Hara, round the outside. It's going to be a corner, is it? No, goal kick to Rangers. PL says, why doesn't the players quickly push up the field when the ball goes back to their goalkeeper? Forces the other team to push back from our goal, or they're offside. Good shout. I don't know. Scott's Viking says we should have been giving Curtis the playtime Olsen gets. I feel he can do a job for us. He certainly offers more. I said that yesterday. Goal kick again, off a play, good defence by St Mirren, off Nadiri and it's back out. Thing is, Chimiti must be showing Roll something in training for him to be in the squad. True. Gogic, forward again. St Mirren trying to play it out from the back. Rangers are planning changes. Remains on the run, loses it. St Mirren have it back. Yards of space because Remens has been caught out of position here. Swings it to the right-hand side. Bad ball will get Rangers out of pressure here. The guy had loads of space to drive into on the right-hand side there, and chose O'Hara there to play a silly ball over the top. Really silly ball. I can see this being 1-1, says Grant Willis. Afternoon Owen and the fellow Bears. Scov also reminds me of Sam Lammers. Too soft for Scottish football. Stephen McClart's a shout. Oh my God, Asgard's coming on. Asgard and Baron coming on. 20 to go. So Chimiti off, Asgard on. And the other change is Chukwani is coming off. I would have taken Raskin off, not Chukwani. I don't get that one. Good to see Conor Barron back, but I would have taken I left Chukwani on, taken Raskin off. Has anyone else seen any emotion on Roman's face ever? He has one look and he uses it to effect nothing phases him. Yeah, he shows no emotion. St Mirren not happy about something. Barron will score, says Wheel People. Let's hope so. Oh, so they want a free kick for Raskin kicking their player at the butt. I think that's what they want a free kick for, but it's not happening. Ref having a word. Good to see Barron back, says Dougie Allison. I agree. They're still arguing, but they're not going to get anywhere. Phillips still arguing with Raskin. Remens for captain, says Derek Reed. Shout. Here's Remens on the left-hand side. Ball out wide right-hand side towards Skov Olsen. Can't get there. Drops down. Asgard goes to get it. Loses it. To Phillips. And Dulu gets the ball. Brings it down. Good tackle, though, by Tavernier. Coming back. It's back with Giga. Now Barron. Good quick ball by Barron. He's taken out, but he's straight back on his feet. Skov Olsen now on the right-hand side with space to move into, but he runs in field again. And lays it off easy. Plays it safe every time, Skov Olsen. Ball by Moore. Too much, asks too much of Remens, and Gogic is there to clear up. Wheel People says, we're down to 9 now with Tav and Asgard on. Need to put a striker on who's only going to go one way if he tries to hold a 1-0. Here's Barron. Barron seems to have dropped into that 6 role, pushing Raskin a little bit further forward. Asgard to score with a free kick, says Foxy Lad. Let's hope so. Tavernier. Barron. Barron turns away from danger, goes back to Butland. Butland out again to Barron. Barron, long ball forward. Flicked off there by Skov Olsen, but down, and nobody there, and it's going to break down again. But Asgard wins it. Skov Olsen. Flick by Moore. Nadiri. Ball now. Asgard on the run through the middle, but just can't get there. Lacks the pace to get there. And Shamal George is there first. We don't have the defence to protect a 1-0 lead. Agreed. Here we go again. It's 17 to go. Still 1-0. Here's Gogic. Asgard pressurises his man but can't get the ball back. St Mirren have the ball at the back. Playing it out from the back. Gogic out to the left-hand side. Danny Rule saying, get up, press, but no one is pressing. They're all sitting off. I don't know why they're ignoring him. We need another goal, Asgard. Oh no, come on Rangers, get another. Push on. You've got to press higher, Rangers. You've got to press them, push them, force them back, win it back high. Good defence by Fernandez to win that ball back. Giga gives to Barron. Barron now. Head up, looking for the runners. Nobody moving, very static. Has to go back to Tavernier. Has to go back to Giga. Asgard is good for malware. Mikey Moore on the run down the left-hand side. Goes round his man, tries to take the long way round, but can't get there. Hasn't quite got the pace to do a Gareth Bale there on him. Gogic. 15 to go. Lay back. Putting the fans through at the ringer again, says Jerry John Hanna. Put Magomer on the left wing, says We Are The People. Tanza, inside it goes. Still St Mirren have it. Growing into this game a lot more. Good tackle there by St Mirren to win it back, and they have the ball back now. They're showing good fighting spirit here, St Mirren. Battling to keep the game going here. Phillips lifts the ball into the box. Too long, and Butland, nice and easy, gathers the ball. Put Magomer on the left, putting the fans through the ringer again. Glad to see Barron back. Hope he makes the Scotland squad, says Jim Finley. Our bench just weakens the team. We don't have the like-for-like sub, says Scott's Viking. Yeah, I can see that, mate. Raskin wants a runner to go, doesn't get one. Moore, back. Remens now on the run. Poor touch by Remens, and Gogic is back, clearing up again. Thank you for the £2 super chat, Jai as well. Would you give Butler a new contract? Yes, because of the fact that I think we've got so many other needs at the moment that a passable, serviceable goalkeeper is enough to get us through at the moment. At least for now. We've got 5. We're halfway through on our super chat goals. Thank you very much for that, guys. Changes coming up for St Mirren now. It's Tanza off and Jonah Ayunga on for them. John Hannah says, put Miovski on. Shout. To shout. It's a corner kick to Rangers. James Tavernier with this. Left hand side. Right-footed in-swinger. Gorgut says that he won't do anything, Miovski. Header away by St Mirren. Is he going to go for another corner? It's going to be a throw-in to Rangers. No, it's not. It's an offside or a decision of foul, and it is a free kick to St Mirren. Thank you, Derek. Thanks for that. Constantly pushing the likes. Thanks for currently pushing the, obviously, the bit of stato there as well. This has to be a mentality problem. Any pressure put on us and we panic and buckle, says Scott's Viking. We've got to see this one through. 77 gone. 13 to go. 1-0. Long ball. Don't think we could afford a better keeper than Butland, says Stevie. That's the issue, I suppose. You know, you kind of look at where your greater needs are. And for me, we need a centre-back. We need a right-back. We need strikers. We need a 6. Ayunga now lays it forward to Ndulu. Goes past his man, but back at him is Fernandez again. Intricate football from St Mirren. They're still going with the ball. Ahara now switches the ball out to the left-hand side over James Tavernier's head. Tavernier comes back at him though, clears it. And it is off the St Mirren player and out for a Rangers throw right side. It's getting tense, guys. 12 to go. Still 1-0. That Remens goal dividing the two teams. Butland, poor control. Goes to Remens on the left-hand side. Comes down the left. Thank you. This is a 10th place team and we're struggling to put them away, says John Hannah. Raskan. Oh, poor ball by Raskan and goes straight through to Shamal George. Didn't pick the run of Mikey Moore quite correctly there. Magoma for Remens is a change shortly coming up as well. 79 on the clock. Gogic has just been signed by Hegseth. Gogic is the defence. Funny, man, funny. Yeah. Ball away. Good play there. Gogic closes his man down again. A couple of subs coming on. And here comes Miovski and Magoma now. So changes coming up, guys. I'll put them in the live chat. Remens and Nadiri off. And on is Miovski and Magoma. There are the changes. So Naderi and Remens are off. And Miovski and Magoma are on. 10 to go plus stoppages. Can Miovski get that one of those goals? Can he show the manager he's worth the risk and worth the game? I've got to say I was slightly suspicious about the whole Miovski situation, that the referee, that the manager didn't rate him, that the manager didn't like him. It's another throw in now. Guys, we'll get a man of the match poll going shortly. Get some suggestions for man of the match. What is going on? St Mirren fanning around at the back with the ball. 51. Our final results in our poll: who wins the league? Rangers 51, Celtic 33, Hearts 15, and 1% for Motherwell. The odd Motherwell fan dropping in there to give it a vote, obviously. Long ball away by St Mirren. 81 gone in this game. Flicked on by Unga. Barron pushes his man in the back. Referee says, catches it straight away. Free kick to St Mirren. Gogic would beat Real Madrid and Barcelona at the same time. You know what? If he was a Rangers player, you'd give him man of the match just for the fact he's been absolutely everywhere. Long ball forward. Raskin down. Shot over the bar. It's a goal kick to Rangers. Right, we're going to put a man of the match poll up, guys. I've got Romans, Giga and Fernandez. I haven't been impressed with the forward players today. And I've just put as other, please comment on that one. Can we vote for Gogic for man of the match, Erin, says Steve. Do you want to vote for him? Vote for other. Long ball away by Shamal George. Ball forward. Giga. Derek, that's my family, call me Hendo, lol. Ball, anyway, here we go. Still there. Still St Mirren come forward. Holding on, guys. It's a bit too much of a hold-on mission at the moment. Devaney into the box. Butland comes. Lovely claim by Jack Butland. Well done by Super Jack there. Coming to get that ball. St Mirren player has stayed down. He now goes down. And the referee stops the game. I think he's in trouble. Butland signalling a physio on as well. Guys, yeah, man of the match poll. Please, obviously, yeah, vote in the man of the match poll. If you're going to vote for other, please, obviously, signal who your other is. We are the people. 65828 says Romans 100%. Obviously, yeah, please smash a like on the video as well as Rangers battle away to try and hold on for another 7 and a bit minutes plus stoppages to get through, to get the first of this scrappy 9-1-0s. As it stands at this moment in time, Hearts first, played 30-63. Celtic second, played 30-61. Rangers third, played 30-60. 3 points covers the top 3 in this league this season going into the next game next weekend. Can't take this. Time to open another can of Stella, mate. Whatever gets you through. Whatever gets you through. 5 to go plus stoppages. Yeah, coming up next week, is it? Yeah, Aberdeen next week, I think we've got. Hopefully not a sucker punch. Come on, Jer, says John Hannah. Yeah, absolutely. You know, you always do worry when it's 1-0. Suddenly you get that sucker punch hit, don't you, that against you. Anyway, here's Magoma on the left side. Rolls it in to Mikey Moore. Had a quiet game today, Mikey. Not been his usual effective self. Good sweeping up by Fernandez. Butland. Forward by Butland. To Olsen. Forgot he was even on. Asgard now. Forward he comes. Actually moving forward. Then plays it backwards to Barron. Barron switches it out to Moore. Mikey Moore now. Chance to go. Inside, outside. Curving shot. Shamal George save. Good shot by Moore. Good save by George. When players go down holding their head, VAR should have prove no contact with the head and send them off. It's the only way to stop it, says Grant Willis. Jai says, I stopped drinking years ago. The Rangers team will set me off big time, though. Be alcoholic by April. Oh, come on, jump for it, Miovski. You can't let your man get ahead of you there. Poor ball there. But run back by Scott Olsen. Here is Mikey Moore. Can he finish this? Poor touch by Moore. And George gets there. It was his touch that let him down. Too heavy going in on goal. Gorgut says, can't take it. Cracking open another can of Monster. Dies of heart failure. Mate, I can't lecture on energy drinks. Right, Moore's offside. It was just a poor touch by Moore. Yeah, why is the linesman flagging so late for these offsides? Ball over the top now. St Mirren in. Shot! Across the face and wide. That's worrying. That's worrying, man. That is worrying. Tavernier completely lost the flight of the ball and lost his man as well. We'll get Sterling on for the last few minutes. Solidify the back. Obviously, yeah, please get your votes in for man of the match. Obviously, yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe on the channel as well, of course, guys. Help us to continue to build the channel. I'm not quite sure where we are at the moment with subscribers. Let's have a bit of an update on that one. Butland away. Up to 8,406 now. Thank you for that. Tavernier sweeps up, goes back to Butland. Butland miscontrols slightly. Don't want to do that, Jack. Not now. Long ball left-footed away. Header. Ball drops down. Ayunga claims he was shoved, but Barron's got it. Now Fernandez. Fernandez rolls it to the left to Moore. Moore now. Can he take his man on and go past him? No, he can't. Like I said, he hasn't had the best game today. Romain 77%, Giga 9, Fernandez 5, other 9%. I think the other 9% are all voting for Gogic. Ball by Magoma. Throw forward. Foul by Miovski, was it? No refs. This play on. Gogic back to Shamal George. Back to Gogic again. Back to George again. St Mirren settling for 1-0. George now sends the ball long, forward, right-hand side. Fernandez jumps, wins the header unchallenged, but the ball is going to drop straight back with St Mirren with Freckleton. Miovski comes to get it, can't get there. It's up in the air, it's back. Tavernier scrambles back, wins it, rolls it out. Skov Olsen. Out it goes again. Asgard. Tidy on the ball there to Connor Barron. Connor Barron looking to get forward as soon as he can, but the ball switches it to Magoma now. Come on to France, Rangers. I'm dying over here. Everywhere. Gogic has it again at the back. I'd love to see how many touches he's had in this game. He seems to have got the ball loads for them. Gogic rolls it out now. St Mirren doing their best to try and get back into this game. Gogic wants to play 90 minutes injury time. He's played so well. Still going forward. Still, here it is here. Danny Rule is not happy again. He's asking for more effort, more press. We're creaking, says Stevie. We are, mate. We are. 89 on the clock. Olsen has been a big letdown. He's not direct enough. Could be more forward thinking. Yeah, he hasn't really done like every time he gets the ball, his first intention is to play it safe, to play it square. In goes Connor Barron. Good battle by Barron, but then loses out to O'Hara. Back to Gogic again. Mikey Moore closes him down. Off Mikey Moore and out for a throw-in to St Mirren right side. O'Hara will take this for St Mirren. Long throw forward. Ayunga. Can't get there. Can he? No, lays it back and St Mirren have it back at the back. They're dominating possession at the moment. Be interested to see how many minutes go on the board. Woodwin back by Tavernier. Miovski to Tavernier again. Tavernier still going. Gives it to Skov Olsen. Now what will Olsen do? He stops. Plays it back again. Safe. He just will not go at his man, will he? I don't know what is the issue there. Asgard. Tavernier loses the ball. In goes Raskin. Miovski. Mikey Moore, surely. Across. Yes! Goal! Come on. And it's offside. Again. Asgard scores, but it's offside. Moore is onside. Moore should have just hit that. Moore just shoot at goal, yeah. VR are drawing the lines, apparently. It is VAR again. A VAR check is ongoing. Miovski to Moore. The Miovski pass to Moore. Moore is onside when he picks the ball up. If Moore hits it there, he probably scores. 4 minutes have added. I don't know if it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight, this one. Yeah, offside it was just off, yeah. Yeah, he is. You can see from the line he's off there. It was tight, though. Tight. 4 minutes of added time. We're into that 4 minutes of added time now. Ball forward. Magoma clears. Down. Ball forward. Good play. Gogic in there battling. Wins it back. Long ball over the top. Tavernier asks his keeper to come and get it. Does. There's a free kick to St Mirren and a yellow card to Giga for the foul on Ndulu. Foul by Giga there. Yeah, he's got his arms all over him. It's a silly foul because the ball's not even going to go anywhere near that guy. You should just leave him. Silly foul to give away there. Silly, silly foul. Nasser Giga's 5th yellow card of the season for the Burkina Faso international. I must say, when I first ever started supporting Rangers, I can't even remember us having, I ever think we'd have a Burkina Faso international playing for us one day. Free kick in a really dangerous position here, just outside the, well, about, I don't know, 10 yards away from the edge of the box. Killian Phillips is over it for St Mirren. Plays it square. Chipped in by Campbell. Ball smashed back in off a Rangers player, out for a St Mirren throw right side. That was a bit of a waste of a free kick by St Mirren there. But we'll take that. We'll take that all day long. It's 1 minute remaining, but depends obviously with that VAR check. Rangers clear it. Rangers under the cosh here. Finish this game off. Not what we expected this afternoon, what we wanted this afternoon. Good block there by Asgard, getting up and pressing. Blocks the ball out. 40 seconds left plus stoppages. Danny Rule telling his team to get up and push, get up and press. Mikey Moore goes in, wins this ball. Gogic, though, is there again. He's been a rock for them. When Chuck Norris defends, he asks Gogic for advice. Here's Ayunga. For them, going backwards rather than forwards. 20 seconds remaining plus stoppages. Chuck Gogic. Past his man now, Young. Skinned Tavernier as if he wasn't there. And Tavernier gets back, but it's going to be a throw-in to Motherwell. This is it. Needs to get improved drastically as this form isn't good enough to win the league. Killian Phillips with this long throw. This is it. Last chance saloon for them. No worries, Jim. Long ball coming to the box now. Flicked onto the box. Up it goes. Drops down. Somebody smash it out. Cleared away. Stephen McLean has looked at his watch once. Danny Rule is telling his players to get out. Yes! Come on! 1-0. It'll do, guys. It will do. Not the best of performances, not the best of displays, but 1-0. We'll take it. As I said at the start of the game, I will take 9 scrappy 1-0s between now and the end of the season. 9 scrappy 1-0s will be enough probably to win this league this season. That is a big win. It was dire, but it's 3 points. You're correct there, mate. It was dire, but it is 3 points. No matter what, it's 3 points. And that's the key thing there. It's 3 points and it's another win. And it keeps us in touch at the top of that table. And that's the key thing. That's all we need to do is just keep on winning games. Keep on putting the pressure on the top 3. Keep on going. You know, at the end of the day, as I've said, it's about getting the points on the board. It doesn't matter how you get the points on the board. You've just got to get them. That's all you've got to do. Is just get those points on the board, get the wins, top the wins up. And that is a good show of character today from Rangers. You know, Rangers have been questioned this week an awful lot over their character, you know, because those 2 Celtic games, you know, the fact that we haven't been able to beat one of the poorest Celtic teams in years. But what we've done today, that is a tough game. Yes, I know it's only Motherwell, St Mirren, but at the end of the day, it's about making sure you win these games, that when you're under the pressure, when you're under the cosh, you can easily crack at that time. And I think in the past, you may have seen Rangers teams of the past fall away there and allow them to get that equaliser. Derek Rees has 3 points next game. Danny Rule getting Gogic's autograph. Thanks for the stream again. I'll catch you all next time, says Jojo. Keep the positive. It's not over yet, says Silent Assassin. A hard watch even for a win, says RRM. So many chances, probably picked up a couple of injuries. Typical, says Davey Cooper. They'll be rattling their bees like mad shamaniacs. Thanks again, Owen. Enjoy your Sunday. Rangers win, Hearts lose next Sunday. Let's go joint top. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully. Let's have a little look at the league, shall we? As it stands at this moment in time, guys. Here is the league table as it currently stands at the end of this weekend. Gorgut says that's the form of champions. I suppose that's what champions do. They play badly and win. Absolutely. Hearts top, played 30, 63 points. Goal difference is 27. Celtic second, played 30, 61 points. Goal difference of 24. Rangers third, played 30, 60 points. Goal difference of 27. So our goal difference is better than Celtic's, equal to Hearts. Motherwell sit fourth, played 30, 53 points, a 7 away from us. I think Motherwell are largely out of this now. I think they will still have an influence over the title because of the teams going to Fir Park. But, at the end of the day, it's down now. It's Hearts, Celtic, Rangers for this league. Hearts' form in the last 5, not too great, guys. Not too great. Actually, last 6, they've won 3, lost 3. Celtic have drawn 1, lost 1, won 4, and Rangers unbeaten in the last 6, 3 wins, 3 draws. Our first home away win for quite a while there as well. So that's a massive positive to get that away win today and put that sort of hoodoo of only drawing away from home to one side. A big positive there, a big positive for the boys to get those 3 points this afternoon in what was a tricky game and a tough test, a tough test. Silent Assassin says table isn't over, keep fighting for it. Foxy Lad, no problems, mate. Thank you for watching. Guys, thank you for all the likes. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you also for all the super chats during the things that we've had 5 super chats as well. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciated all that. Your man of the match. Let's close the man of the match poll. Your man of the match this afternoon is, by no surprise, Tor Remens, the guy who scores the winning goal. He is your man of the match this afternoon. I don't think I'm surprised at that, although I think most of the votes for the other were all for Alex Gogic of St Mirren. 69% of you say Remens, 11% said Giga, 10% say Fernandez, and 10% of you commented other. Zeke RFC says, I just feel Danny only likes for he never wants to try change. Take away those 12 draws and there had been wins, we would have won this league easily. True. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for all your support. We'll catch you very soon here on the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.